There it is. We're just sitting here watching some Black Ops 2 trample steam trollage.
Yeah, well, you can't fucking set it up so I turn the corner and I get launched off the fucking building. I mean,
Ah, the AN-94. Why would you walk into a trample steam?
but you know where the A94 when you just set that there? Yeah, I told you it
Oh, somebody put their trample steam down.
Oh, my word.
Serious? Somebody put their trample steam down in the hallway.
Did you die?
Yeah, I ran off somebody's trample steam that they put in the middle of the hallway. I ran to go save somebody, and I jumped off the trample steam.
I'm muted.
No, I didn't have to. Somebody done that.
You're having some.
After I go get my soap gun, I'm just sitting there already.
Soap gun. The lick. What was it? Sliquifire?
Set it toward the wall.
Got it? Oh, I'm dead. Oh, no.
Honestly, though, that was the worst zombies map design ever. But it was still one of the best maps ever. Fucking die rise. Oh. The B-23R.
My dad just texted me, said tornado watch.
Yeah, radar's going crazy right now. Where is my phone?
What does it look like outside?
Green, as ever.
Okay, so anyway,
Yeah, we just been sitting here chilling.
Crying. And there's a bunch of classified information. If we started the Patreon, that whole fucking
There
hour-long
was,
conversation
yeah.
would have been on it.
2-hour conversation we just had.
Because we can't put that shit on the air.
No,
That is-
you can't do that.
That is private information. So anyway, the week has been hellacious, nonstop, unbelievable.
Yeah, mine's been pretty rough too.
Not like rough, but just every day doing something. Like
Yeah.
all day, like the whole day's fucking full.
That's a good one. Here comes the thunder.
Speaking of,
Yeah, there it is. There's the storm.
You're like the whole fucking day's full. Every single day this week. And then by yesterday, I needed rest bad. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
I was staying up till like 12, 1 o'clock for like 4 or 5 days straight. And then I was drinking something like every now and then on top of that, like just getting blasted and going to bed. And then I didn't even really, I tried to last night. I went to bed at like 8:45, 9 o'clock. Woke up this morning, and I still this morning was like, I didn't get fully recovered.
You're not recovered yet.
Yeah, I didn't get fully recovered from that shit. But hopefully this today gets it fully recovered by tomorrow.
Yeah.
That should be good.
How was work through the week? Like, what kind of shit were you dealing with? Regular shit?
Yeah, I don't even remember. See, here's the whole kicker. Is every time I was getting off work like kind of late because I was going on dates with that girl every fucking day
Yeah.
last week. So, like, I would time it to where I'd slow down in the evening because she has to go all the way out to fucking Adairsville and then come back. And so she would usually get back at like 5:30.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to drive all the way back to Fordo and then back, you know, like back to Ooltewah. So I would time it to where a couple times, like, she would get off around the same time as me. But like the day I went and got my hair cut Friday, I ran all my stops and I had 2 pickups left, like my medical pickup and I had the spring pickup. So I went and drove in the FedEx truck on the clock out to fucking Cambridge Square, you know, down there in Ooltewah.
Yeah.
Got my hair cut at the Sports Clips. And I paid for MVP, dude. I got that lady to wash it and fucking everything. And went and got my pickups and got back. She got back at the same time. But I haven't even really been paying attention to when I've been off because my feelings for a woman have blinded me as to getting off work early, you know?
Hagen is on the brink of being betrothed.
I'm courting a woman right now for like a week. I'm deeply falling. I'm falling hard.
Well,
Jesse said
yeah.
he was, and on the classified talk, Jesse said he was very excited for me.
We all have to experience terminal velocity at one point in our lives.
Yeah. Hey, she's acting the same fucking way too, which is wild.
Yeah,
So,
that's good. My week was fucking nuts.
yes. And then 1890s day to top all that shit off. The hay bales, the work. So you worked till Thursday doing your HVAC, and then Friday you had to do probably like 12 hours of work
No, it was only about 8 hours.
of just tossing hay
Just
bales.
tossing hay bales and stacking them up, walking on hay.
That's some manual labor ass shit.
The real that didn't even bother me. That was more of just hanging out. The part that bothered me about my week was I found out that the electricians at work aren't getting paid by my company, so they've essentially ceased all work for me, which means I have to run all of our wire
Dude.
for the project that I'm working on. It's an entire underfloor system, all the thermostats and everything. And they said they weren't going to pull the wire because they're not getting paid by my company
Why is your company not paying them?
because they're lazy, I guess.
Lazy. The hell, I thought
Lazy.
an accountant would do that.
We don't have an accountant. It's up to the project managers to bid the jobs and to hire everybody and give them a contract where they can.
So they
go.
didn't give them a contract.
They
to
didn't
do
give them a
that.
contract. And so far, the electricians are in the hole. They've done more work for us that has cost them money, and they're not getting paid. And they said, sorry,
I don't blame them.
you can do it yourself.
I don't blame them. That's what you're supposed to do if you ain't getting paid.
Yes. I wholeheartedly agree with what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they all understand that they're putting me at an extreme disadvantage.
Did you tell your boss? Like, hey, fucking pay these dudes.
That's above my pay grade. It's none of my business. I don't give a fuck.
Yes. Oh, so you're going to play it to where he has to figure out why.
They're going to come in and ask, hey, who put all the thermostats in or who pulled all this wire? And I'm going to say, me, because y'all weren't paying the fucking electricians.
Yeah.
Surprise. You know, I'm better than you thought I was. I don't know.
And then you're going to go. Then they're going to go, damn, we could do this for every job from now on then. Jesse, you're...
That would be... Yeah, ultimately, I'm fucking myself because they're going to realize that I can pull the entire floor by myself, but it's going to take me a little bit longer, but maybe they'll just weigh out that
It'll be
difference.
cheaper.
It'll be fine.
And they'll go, Jesse, we'll give you a $2 raise.
Shit. I wish. They ain't going to do that.
They might. If you pull this off, they
That
could.
It's fixing to be done.
Exactly.
It's fixing to be done. I'm already, like, over halfway done. Like, I'm just working. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing, what needs to happen as far as my drawings and my system shows what needs to be done.
Damn, are you in there sweating and shit? Just
Pulling wire. And I got to the longest pull, the last pull of the entire system, because it's all got to be daisy chained together because it's a communication network. Each thermostat communicates to the main controller. They all base everything off of their ambient temperature. They need, hey, this room needs cooling, this room needs heating, the set point's higher in this room, blah, blah, blah. So it needs to be communicating. So I've pulled power to the thermostats and communication to the thermostats for half the floor. And I got to the last one. Well, the last one needs to go about 160 feet down a hallway to the actual main control panel where everything needs to be wired up. And I was like, I don't really know how I'm going to do this. So I asked the electricians, I was like, look, if I go under the floor, I've got to go through a room that I don't have access to. My badge will not open the door. I don't have access to that room because it's a sensitive area. That's where you keep all their TVA keeps all their electronics and IT stuff in this area.
mm-hmm.
So I'm not allowed in there. They won't let me in there. If I go under the floor, I'm going to have to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
If I go in the ceiling above this, because it's a drop tile ceiling, just a grid with, little foam pads, in it. If I go in the ceiling and pull it 160 feet over there to the room, the electricians have not provided me a conduit to get into my panel from the ceiling. And TVA doesn't want exposed wire in their mechanical rooms. It'll get a little rough. Storm's here.
Yeah, we're getting tornadoed right now.
Yeah, it's going to get a little rough. Welcome.
It's getting wrecked out there right now.
This is
Look
a
at
normal
that shit.
storm in the Holler, believe it or not.
No fucking way.
Yeah, this is
It's pouring down hard as fuck right
the
now.
last 3 weeks, just like this.
Did your gutters? You need bigger gutters.
I know. That's fuck all the work shit. Let's actually talk about real shit. Lauren and I, we put the metal roof on the house.
And how
And
water slides off of it.
The
at
guy
full
said,
speed.
hey, you're going to need 6-inch gutters, not 3-inch gutters.
And you're going to need a valley cut
Yeah.
piece of aluminum right there because
Yep.
it is blasting right now.
Hey, yup. And guess
Gutter
what?
man himself.
What have I had not accomplished yet? Putting bigger gutters in.
I can get you some cheap gutters.
If you can give me some cheap what's cheap gutters?
I used to work for Ronnie Dunn, and he would do
No,
it for you cheap.
what's cheap gutters?
They're all aluminum, but they're really good. Like they're expensive.
I don't care about the material. I just care about the price tag.
They're expensive as the best gutters you can get, but I can get them for you cheap just because I used to work for dude. He sold me that car out there for $4,000.
Well, I've got 3-inch gutters.
Here's
right
the
now.
kicker: I'm getting them cheap, and I know how we can do this because I could help you with it. He could come out here and use his gutter machine. We'll measure out your roof on all sides. We'll get him to come out here, and to make it cheap, you don't pay for installation. Me and you will install all the shit on your house. So he'll just come out here and print off the pieces, and we'll go up there, caulk, screw it all in, and put the little valleys in, and then do the downspouts, and then we're good. So all you'll have to pay for is the aluminum gutter pieces, and you won't have to pay for installation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I was planning on doing it even cheaper than that.
What were you going to do?
Our plan is to take the gutters off the house entirely. Clean them, paint them. We're going to paint them black.
They aren't even big enough.
I'm going to install a 3-inch fur strip behind the gutter. I'm going to put a 3-inch fur strip, which is just a 3-inch thick piece of wood, to extend my gutters 3 inches out.
Oh, all the way around the house?
All the way
You're going to
around.
put...
Well, I only have gutters on the front and the back.
On your fascia is what I'm saying. You're going to put a piece of wood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the gutters off, put a 3-inch piece of wood up.
Dude, it is shambles if we lose power.
It's going to be nuts. We're going to lose power. We're in the holler. All it's got to do is fart a storm, and we're going to lose power.
Damn it.
But here we are.
Yeah.
It is raining like a motherfucker right
A
now.
week ago, I drove in this shit on my way home from work, and I could not see a fucking inch in front of my car. I was on the interstate coming back home, and I could not see an inch in front of my fucking car, dude.
Hang on.
Oh, are you putting that outside?
Taking the camera,
Dude, point it at that gutter that's just flooding right there.
blocking the face.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there's the gutter.
Point it up to show
Steering.
over your valley right there. Oh, lightning.
Lightning.
Damn.
Thunder.
This is going to be a crazy cast, dude.
So here we are, just filming in a thunderstorm. Oh,
Doing a cast in the middle of the storm, dude.
the only way to do it. The only way.
Hell, it's starting to lighten up a little bit now, though.
But yeah, we've got plans to do the gutters on the house. We just need to get into that. We got plans to concrete the driveway. There's a lot of repairs that need to be done to this little
Concrete in
dirt
this
hole.
driveway is going to be expensive as fuck, dude.
Oh yeah, that's why we're only doing the the carport and out in front of the because
If you concrete this whole fucking thing,
yeah.
it's going to be... a
Trust
pretty
me, I done quoted it. It's ridiculous how expensive concrete. I'm just gonna do it myself, and I can do it for cheap.
Yeah, just put the bags in everywhere.
Well, I tell you what's really helped me the most. I tell you what's really like genuinely the best decision I ever made. One day, I was like, man, I need to go get gravel for the driveway because it washes out like crazy. You know, you drive in it.
that shit's going to be washed out now.
It's actively being. I've got a trench in front of the carport out here. Like it's getting washed out hard. What's helped me the most is getting a load of gravel and bags of like quick setting concrete, like the Quickcrete, that red bag that sets in like 30 minutes. I'll take that and I'll spray a layer of that on the ground, just powder, put rocks in it, put the gravel in it, cover it again with the concrete, put gravel in it, cover it again, put gravel in it, and build it up to where it's level, wet it, and let it dry. I've got a section of the driveway out that I've already done that way. It ain't moved an inch.
Shit.
So I've got some money to spend on gravel and concrete, and I need to do this driveway the exact same way I did that section out there in the just past the corner going out to the road is where that concrete's at. It ain't moved. It ain't washed out. It ain't eroded, nothing. So I need to do that to the entire driveway, and that will set us up until we can afford to concrete the whole thing or asphalt the whole thing.
I'm wondering, because my car is getting ready to go soon.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to last a minute.
Get your truck.
No.
Get your truck.
I'm going to buy another fucking muscle car.
Get a truck. Man, you don't haul anything. You don't really live in a
To
place
be
where you-
honest,
get another car. Just get another car.
I'm turning more black and black every day. I'm probably just going to get a fucking Hellcat, dude.
Oh no. I'm gonna have to come scrape you off the side of the asphalt, ain't I?
Only if I use the red key. I'll let you drive it too. You be hauling ass.
I'm not gonna deny that.
Yeah, dude, you love to fucking drive a fucking Hellcat.
I remember the first time I ever drove my mom's Challenger when she had that Challenger.
And I'm gonna put a fucking what is that? A Hemi in it? Where it goes?
They all come with a Hemi.
No,
a Hellcat is better than a Hemi.
No, what is that shit that makes it go? Whoa, 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 whoa,
Oh, put a cam in it.
Yeah, put a cam in
Put a
it.
cam in it.
Dude, you'll know whenever I pull up to your house. You're just gonna hear.
Yeah.
And your dad's just gonna walk out of his front door whenever he hears it with just a gigantic boner just sticking out, just like, what is that? You will too. You'll walk out the front and go, what is that?
Hell. The plan with that Challenger that my mom had, my dad was gonna lower it and then put a wide body kit on it.
Is he gonna put a cam in it too?
Ooh, she don't have it anymore.
Oh.
Traded it in for a Jeep Gladiator.
I'm thinking blacked out Hellcat, red leather interior. With a cam in it.
Damn.
That's sick as fuck, ain't it?
Yep. That'd be nice.
Just, dude.
Good luck finding one though. You know they don't make the Hemi anymore?
I'll find one.
They don't make the Hemi anymore.
I'll find one.
Oh yeah, you can find one, but it's gonna be used.
I don't care.
It'll be used.
So is that fucking Mustang. As long as it's got, if it has less than 100,000 miles on it, I can make it last.
They do not make the Hemi engine anymore.
I don't understand why.
I don't either. Emissions. They're a green company.
Diesel trucks don't use. So remember from 2010 to, I guess this year, they use DEF fluid.
Mm.
Now they're making them where you don't have to use DEF fluid now. Again. So what the fuck?
I don't know. I'm not behind the decisions of the engine
And
manufacturers.
I heard this shit. If you don't even have DEF fluid in your diesel, it still runs. The rumor is it goes into like limp
It's
mode.
just water.
That's what I'm saying. Allegedly, people claim it goes into limp mode because it don't have any DEF in it, but it just still runs.
Yeah. Ultimately, I think I'm not an expert in the matter, but I think that the biggest problem of that is the little mesh screen that they use that's like supposed to catch the
Get another one.
the carbon or whatever that's in the engine. Like,
I don't know.
and
Dude.
it
We're
just-
carbon-based light forms, dude.
I don't know. Like,
The beer companies are putting chemicals in it that make me want to drink it every day. Dude, they're putting I don't understand. What were we just talking about?
diesel engines.
Yeah, but
Something that I know very little about.
we were just talking about something. It's gone.
Well,
Out of my
I guess
head.
it wasn't important then, was it?
No. It probably wasn't. I think it was a good point, but as soon as my beer ran out, my mind went blank and I needed another beer.
I guess you were probably going up the trail of, because I'd mentioned emissions. And you went up that path and I guess fell off the side of the mountain.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap.
I cannot believe I did not check that my vape was about to be empty.
Oof.
Yeah,
A
I
lack
think it's
of
still hidden.
nicotine. I tell you what, this has been plaguing me for about a week now. I signed up for, where is it? There it is. Show it to the camera. Freeze!
I look like a fucking cop with this haircut, dude. That lady cut my hair so short.
I signed up for the monthly subscription of these nicotine pouches.
What are they?
Freeze. 15 milligrams.
Do you have to spit?
No.
Okay.
No, they're spitless. Very good pouch.
I don't dip or do this, so I might get torn up at the damn frame. from this
Very
thing.
good, minty flavor. They're soft. They're fresh. I like them. They're really good. So I figured
That tastes good too. What is that?
It's mint. That's all it is. Mint. 15 milligrams of nicotine. Mint.
Have you ever tried to put like 5 in once.
I've put 2 of the 15s in before, and it made me sick.
Really?
Yes.
Put 3 in.
No. I don't want to.
Damn. Do you remember that one episode of Rogan where that dude gave him his first dip and he just swallowed it?
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Yeah, how stupid.
He was like, he was just looking at that dude from the military like, man, I swallowed it. What happens now? And that dude's like,
You're going to puke.
the dude was like, you'll be fine.
You'll be all right. But I signed up for the monthly subscription. I was like, you know what? I know I like these. I've been sucking on these for years. I'm going to sign up for the monthly subscription, have them send me 100 pouches once a month. I'm going to do that. They're 6 milligram. They're not 50. These are 15 milligram.
Mm-hmm.
I went with the 6 milligram because that's the only thing they offer. So I ordered it, got my first pouch, went through it. That was the week that I was out of town up there in New Johnsonville. Went through that pouch up there. Got my next pouch. I had that pouch for 2 days. And I filled up an empty can that I had with pouches. Laid the bag. There's 80-something pouches left in this bag. Like, that's my nicotine. That's my addiction. There it is. I'm going to lay it down right there.
And this is just nicotine only, though, right?
Nicotine only. Nicotine and mint flavoring. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is. There's nothing else in it.
So this is like the most natural nicotine you can get besides the flavoring.
Yes.
So
Other than
this
the flavor,
can't even be bad for you.
nicotine itself is not bad for you.
That's what I'm saying. It's neuroprotective and shit.
Yes.
It's like makes you think better,
Yes.
faster.
Focused.
Yeah.
And it's a vasodilator. Vasodilator. I don't remember the term.
tightens your blood, your
Tightens
veins.
your blood vessels.
And so does caffeine, doesn't it?
So it does, yes. It
But
does,
alcohol loosens it.
It does increase your blood pressure,
So
but it helps your brain.
So alcohol loosens your blood vessels, don't it?
Yes.
And then nicotine tightens. So we're just at normal with drinking and
Essentially. But you also don't want to combine caffeine and alcohol. That's why Four Locos have always blown me away.
got banned. Well, they took the caffeine out of it, I think.
Or lowered the dosage, something.
What about an Irish car bomb? It's a Red Bull and I think like Jägermeister.
Jägermeister?
It's a Irish car bomb. Is a
You
drink.
can drink a gallon of Jägermeister and not even catch a buzz. It's a liqueur. It's not a liquor.
No. I think it's Hennessy and Red Bull mixed together.
That'll fucking do it.
Hennessy and Red Bull mixed together. I was drinking that shit before the Drake show and I nearly passed away.
You can't do that.
I took an Adderall, but I was good.
God almighty. You fucked yourself up that night.
And
Your liver was fucking screaming.
these black fellows in front of us were just passing blunts around the crowd, so I hit one of those too. And whenever I got to the hotel room, I thought the Adderall. See, I barely made it back to the hotel room. The Adderall was fighting to get me back. It was like we're almost there. We got this. Like in my head, like I was fully coherent in my head, but my body was shut down.
Yeah.
But the Adderall in my head was like, we got this. Just make it back to the hotel room. I woke up in Nashville after that night, after the Drake show. This was in fucking last February. I woke up alone in my bed. My girlfriend was fucking in the other room. My cousin was in the fucking bathroom doing her fucking makeup and shit. And I know why she was probably in the other room, was because I woke up in a pool of sweat all around my body. I was probably, and then she looked at me and she was like, "You were at least the surface of the sun last night, like just hotter."
You detoxed like a motherfucker that night.
Hotter than the surface of the sun. I was just sitting there. Didn't even try to color or nothing whenever I got back either. I just straight up laid down in the bed and was just gone. And that's on a fucking whole Adderall, dude. 30 milligram. And then all that shit just took me out. But you can drink unlimited on Adderall. Just don't mix it with weed and you're good.
It's okay. I don't think I'll ever be taking Adderall.
You do if you want to. If you ever like, if we go to that football game in Tennessee versus West Virginia in Charlotte, I'll bring you one because you're going to want to have it.
I don't want it.
Dude,
I have no interest.
don't be a pussy, dude.
That is a pharmaceutical chemical. I have no interest.
It's just one. It ain't gonna do nothing to you. You're gonna be fired the fuck up too.
No. I'm going to be sitting there staring at the grass going, I can hear that growing, and that doesn't interest me.
Now, what you're gonna hear is Rocky Top, you'll always be.
I don't know. If it's
me.
man-made, I don't want it.
Why don't Tennessee play West Virginia more? They're both in the Appalachians.
I don't know.
That'd be a good rivalry.
That would be a good game. Even though I don't watch football.
The
My dad
Appalachian,
would probably love it.
the Appalachian Showdown. Home and home.
I don't understand. Genuinely, I don't understand sports. I don't understand the interest in it. Why does everybody want to watch that shit on TV? Like, why?
They're literally the best shit of all time.
No, it's not. It's boring as fuck.
They invented football after it's high testosterone shit, dude. If you really look at
It's
what's
high-paid, flamboyant motherfuckers tossing a ball around. It is not high testosterone.
They're
They
hitting
might be athletes. They might be better
and
than
they're
me.
hitting hard as fuck.
They can all beat the
Dude.
shit out of me, but I don't have any interest in watching them toss a ball around on the TV.
Dude, you're from the South. You don't even like college football. That could be the only sport you like. I love that shit.
I played baseball.
I listen to
I don't even like watching baseball on TV.
the baseball is boring as fuck.
I loved baseball. I loved playing it.
I love
don't wanna
playing
watch it.
baseball. I cannot watch baseball.
I
I'm with
can't
you
wa-
on that.
I can't watch anything.
Football is awesome.
Bores the fuck out of me.
If you had a team, you would love it.
I don't have a team because it's all boring to me. Like it just. I love Georgia. Like I thought, when I was getting raised and I was young, and everybody loved Georgia Bulldogs. I was like, yeah, sure. I don't know. And then
you
I'd
should have
sit down-
stayed with them.
I sit down and try to watch a football game on TV, and it's like, this is just boring as shit. This is not worth my time.
That's anti-American, dude.
It might be, and I've never really understood.
Are you a communist?
Probably.
That's ridiculous. You don't like college football, dude? What? the fuck?
I don't like
I know.
college football. I don't like NFL. I don't like hockey. I don't like soccer. I don't like golf.
But if-
I don't like.
If West Virginia made it to the national championship, you would watch the game.
No, it wouldn't. It doesn't matter to me. It's
You're
not important
anti-
to me.
you're anti.
It literally does not matter to me. I don't care.
Dude, I'm going to take this clip and I'm going to send it to Josh Pate, college football. And I'm going to go, dude, my best friend, he needs help. We got to send him to a rehab or
It
something.
is so utterly boring to me to watch sports on the TV. Like that just, I don't care.
I watch college football. That's almost about it. And basketball is pretty fun to watch, like college basketball.
I would rather watch paint dry, honestly. I'd rather stare at a wall and just watch the paint dry after I painted the fucking wall. Like, does not interest me.
I guess, dude. And to each his own.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Because it's like everybody that I know, they have a sports team. Their favorite time of the season comes up. Everybody starts playing. Everybody starts getting their scores. Everybody starts betting. It's like,
That's another huge one that's going on right now. Sports betting. Everybody's fucking sport. Every single podcast you listen to has always got some sports betting shit that you want to go. That's like a huge problem that's going on with the country right now since they made it legal to bet on your phone.
yeah.
People are like millions of dollars in debt doing all that shit still. And here's the other one. I seen this shit. DoorDash and Uber Eats have lost like up to $40 million by now because they're doing the buy now pay later on like DoorDash and Uber orders.
Yeah, I noticed you could start financing your fucking food.
Dude, I'm gonna finance a fucking Little Caesars $5 hot and ready, dude.
Oh my god,
$2 a month.
I went and fucking picked up Taco Bell today for my woman, and it gave me the option to pay with a firm and pay it for monthly. And I was like, are people so broke right now that they need to finance their fucking food? Like, is this shouldn't even be an option.
I have a question about this because people tell me you can't do it's not good on your credit if you do this. So what if you get a credit card with like a $6,000 limit and you just pay for everything on it and you just max it out to $6,000 and you just make minimum payments on it for the rest of your life?
Yeah, you could do that, but now you have to deal with that fucking payment every month.
It's like, can you just pay?
I have wrestled with credit card debt. It's not fucking fun.
Can you just pay like $25 a month for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
And not worry about it?
Yeah, you could. But guess what? Interest. that interest is going to
Everything's
grow.
on
Whatever
payments
your
now.
limit, like say you got a $6,000 credit limit,
They're
you got
trying to-
$3,000 on it. you got
People
a
were making
49%.
rumors up about GTA 6 being a payment plan by month.
to play the fucking video game.
And they're doing that shit with they might start doing that shit with all video games where you're going to have to pay monthly to play that game.
Well, I guess it's a good fucking
Thing that we stopped
coincidence that we stopped playing video games.
Right as they're about to
essentially.
start doing that shit, because they're trying to make everything a fucking month by month
Subscription
pay.
plan.
Yeah,
Fuck
subscription
that.
plan. Yeah,
Fuck that. I've played very minimal games. I've played a little bit of Minecraft in the recent days. I've played a little bit of Cyberpunk.
and if you think about it, they're low key already doing it with the battle pass.
Oh yeah, you can't play any live service game without having to pay for something every fucking month. Like I just bought fucking Borderlands. I bought Borderlands 3 last night.
And they have a fucking battle pass? In
No,
it?
they don't have battle pass in it.
Okay.
It was $6. It was $6. It was on sale. I played Borderlands back in the day when I was like 12, 13 on the Xbox. Like I didn't really play it. Didn't really interest me. Yada yada yada. Grayson texted me last night. I was like, "Hey, $6. We can get a game that's got guns and explosions in it. It might be fun." So I bought it. We played it. I had a good time. It was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But with your big developers and the games that you actually look forward to, they're going into that subscription system. And it's, no, I'm not going to pay to play your fucking game.
Yeah.
Like that day that PlayStation servers went out, we couldn't play shit.
And we're paying for their
You
fucking
couldn't play
services.
anything because you needed to be connected to their servers. And that lets you know you don't actually own your games.
And everything's digital now. You don't even get a
spent
physical
your
copy.
money on it. The only thing that you bought was the license to play the fucking game.
That's bullshit.
And it is. It's utter bullshit. I should be able to play the games that I spent my money on.
Because me and you played, and like especially now, like that Wii that we have in my cousin's house,
Yeah.
it's never been connected to the fucking internet. It just has Mario Kart.
You just
all
play
that
the
shit.
fucking game.
You put the game in, you play it.
Yeah. I shouldn't have. Granted, the digital purchasing of a video game,
It's solid.
it is so fucking simple. It's easy. You get to just buy it right there in your house. I get the system. I understand why that was a thing. But the fact that, oh, hey, if you don't have an internet
And
connection,
you can even play zombie solo.
yeah, you
That's
can do
fucked
you
up.
can do anything. You can do anything. You literally couldn't boot the fucking game because you weren't connected to the internet. Well, that means all you did was buy the license to play the game, and every time you boot it, it has to connect to their servers to give you permission to play the game.
Yeah,
That's bullshit.
that is straight.
It's bullshit.
scam, dude.
That's what worries me out. My brother, he's got several physical copies of the Black Ops 1 disc.
Yeah.
And all I have on my PS3 is the digital edition of Black Ops 1. And he offered me one of the copies. I was like, I might fucking do that. I told him no, because like, no, I've already got it. Like, it's on my system. But I keep thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? I might want a physical copy. That way I can just put it in my system. Because if this shit's going to take over, where all we do is buy a fucking license to play what they made, my interest is plummeting.
I haven't played a game. I don't even think I played a game.
It's been months.
since
Months.
maybe even last year.
It was last year. I know it was before Christmas.
Yeah, because we played Payday.
Hell, it may have even been last summer.
We played Payday and Black Ops 6 Zombies a bunch around Christmas.
Yeah.
Just because it was cold outside, nothing to fucking do, all that shit.
Yeah. So it's been last winter.
I don't know. Seriously, to this day, I think I might have just been just bored of it or just
Burn out.
Just
like
over
it's
it.
just bad. Like
But I have been playing video games like Mario Kart.
well, see, that's contextual. You're in a situation where you're enjoying your time with somebody else. You're just hanging out,
And you're
playing a
drinking and
game.
you're having a good time.
Yeah, you're just
I
having
was
a good time,
playing
a local game.
I've been playing Mario Kart, Wii Sports, and New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Yeah.
is what I've been playing.
So that's contextual. You're
And
not
that's-
trying to
and-
get on there to be competitive or play online multiplayer.
and that's like once or twice a week. I'm very competitive at Wii bowling. I get serious when it
I
comes
think
to
if
Wii
you're
bowling.
playing the Wii, the formula is to be competitive all the time.
Yeah.
I want a Wii for this house so bad.
Yes.
Oh, I want one.
Dude, it's sick.
I know. I love a Wii. I love the Wii. Lauren and I just spent.
Hammered, not even have the thing on there
Yeah.
with the bowling. Just
Lauren and I
Oh,
spent
God,
like an
and your shit
hour the other day talking about how we want a Wii.
and
Put in the house.
I've been trolling you. I've been sending you all the videos of us playing the Wii.
Yeah.
You've probably been going, we need that shit. So
we need
bad."
a Wii. We need a Wii
She would love that shit
because
too.
that's the type of gaming that's
The whole family can fucking do.
everybody can enjoy it.
Yeah.
And then, like the whole first person shooter multiplayer, the things that I love. Because once I got introduced.
That's like those games are sitting down with your boys and you got your fucking setup, you got your 4K monitor, you got your headphones, you're locked the fuck in
Yeah.
playing. Like you ain't doing nothing else. Nothing else in the world fucking matters whenever you're doing the whole
And
Call of Duty
what
shit like
kills
that.
me is once I got introduced to a first person shooter, I was like, this is the type of game that I want to be playing because this is competitive, it's fun, it's loud, it's great.
And it's
I
hard
want-
to get people into that
I
shit
want
too.
more. Yeah, nobody enjoys it.
Because it's
Because
and we
mo-
really don't enjoy it, but we are.
We're good at it.
We're like, yeah, it's like, let me go home. It's like that meme, let me go home and play the game that stresses me the fuck out for like
Yeah.
the next 4 hours.
Yeah, there was a test there. There was you had to get through that frustration of just trying to fucking win and just
Yeah.
and getting through that was
And
fun.
you all,
That's what
but
made.
we've also created moments on that game that are like legendary.
There's memories.
But there's been like moments where it's been like your buddies pulled off the most legendary shit while you're spectating like in Warzone.
Yes.
And you're sitting there watching it like,
There's been moments in these games that have been iconic and have led to hell the way we're sitting right here right now.
yeah.
Most of our entire
still remember
relationship
that
has
one.
been based off of video games.
I still remember that one where it was the Modern Warfare. I think that Modern Warfare 3 Rebirth Island is what burnt me out
Oh, absolutely.
because to this day, I don't know about your opinion on video games, but there is not Black Ops 6 does not compare to how good that fucking game was.
no,
MW3 Warzone on Rebirth Island,
it was addicting.
that shit, and they made it perfect.
Yeah, it was great.
The
The game
movement-
moved smooth. Everything worked. The gunfights worked.
Every gun was good as fuck.
Yeah, and then those crazy builds you could make. That just made the laser.
STG, Kark 98, Superi 40. I loved how
The
fast you could
Superi.
run.
God, the Superi.
And then the HRM 9, dude.
Yes.
Dude, that game,
With that drum mag. Oh!
they'll never. You can't top that. To
No,
me.
they're not
that
gonna-
was. I think that might have peaked in my brain as you cannot beat this game.
That's as
dude.
far as it goes.
And I got on Black Ops 6 and it was blocky. It was nasty looking. It was. I really got into those conspiracies about like, there's no way I'm losing these guns because I was hot off of MW. Me and you were both hot off of MW3 whenever Black Ops 6 came out, and we were
Still fucking smoking.
like we came off of MW3 with the fucking barrel smoking, dude. Like we just kicked total ass at this game, and we started playing Black Ops 6.
Beasts in MW3.
And in my head, whenever I was doing shitty at Black Ops 6, I was like, something ain't fucking right in this game,
Yep.
dude. I'm way better than because you're shooting people and you see it with your own eyes because you're still locked in blood splattering, but you're not getting hit markers. That desync in that game was ass. I don't know if
Yep.
it was desync. I don't know what it was, but
it was all intentional. Every bit of it. You know, they're getting sued right now
for the bots
for
and-
everything that they've put into their games.
Yeah, I heard
The
about
efficiency-based matchmaking and all of this mental manipulation that they've been putting into the games.
Yeah,
they're
it's
getting
basically-
sued for that right
It's
right
like,
now.
It's like gambling.
Yeah, this is mental manipulation. You know,
I just couldn't do it no more.
this is MK Ultra in video games. You're manipulating your player base rather than trying to make
And
a
they have all
quality
those.
game.
They have all those patents for it too. I watched
yeah.
a ton of those
all
videos.
of their systems are patented, and they've got it locked the fuck in.
Dude, I
And
hate
now-
that shit.
The United States is suing them because you went too far.
Yeah.
You
I
went too
hate
far.
that
You
shit,
got a
dude.
little too loud and you got a little too cocky.
They had it perfect with it. I wish if MW3 was still the main game right now, I'd be playing it right now.
Hell, I would even play it right now. Even though I don't care how old it is.
I wish they see Warzone and Rebirth was like, or like, even if they still had like, I just like Resurgence,
Yeah.
and I liked. That was basically it. I liked
Well,
Resurgence,
you know, I
and
told
I
you-
liked their game.
I told you a couple episodes ago that they took a big step back and went back to like Verdansk, MW19 type Warzone.
But is the gameplay still like where
It's
you
a
shoot-
lot more gritty and a lot more heavy. The guns actually hit. You feel like they took a huge step back.
Because do you think they had to do that?
They did that because they realized they were fucking up.
No, they did that, dude, because everybody fucking left.
Exactly. Their entire player base went.
Black Ops 6. Black Ops 6 went like this after MW3 because it was high on MW3. It was
Oh, yeah.
peaking, and as soon as Black Ops 6 came out, it was still up.
It peaked a little bit more and then it crashed like a
and
motherfucker.
everybody went. I probably around the same time I did.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody went. I'm done.
Everybody that was playing Call of Duty that knew what Call of Duty's formula was
And knew how the game played.
and knew how everything was going to behave. Granted, you had to get over a little bit of a learning curve with every game that come out. Like MW19, it was it was tan and it was gritty.
And you can't tell me I didn't give Black Ops 6 a chance. I'm like 6 prestige.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like MW19 when this whole little new series started coming out. MW19, gritty, tan, dark, fun, fantastic.
Great game.
Slow as shit. MW2 came out.
I hated that game.
Bro, I loved that game. It was movement was a little bit faster.
That was like the-
graphics were a little bit heavier. Every
That
gun,
was like a slower, more that they made MW2 for the or like Call of Duty World at War player. Like
yes.
there was
they
no
went for the
there was no fucked up skins. There was no fucked up nothing.
yes,
It was like
it had the gritty realism. All the guns felt heavy and nice. Like I loved MW2. I loved it.
MW3 was they combined MW1 and 2 together.
Yes.
And made a fucking masterpiece.
Yes. MW19 focused on story and graphics. MW2 focused on movement and
MW1 was the arcade shooter. Like where you could slide, do all this fucking
Yes.
cool ass shit. MW2 was the gritty ass.
And then MW3
Like-
went for more of an arcadey,
But you-
fast, smooth.
Fast, smooth, but you had to also be tactical too sometimes. They combined all that shit because MW2 was pure tactical, dude.
Yes.
You had because you couldn't just run up on somebody and pull your fucking gun up. It was the actual you run up on somebody and it took you a second. pull
it was
your
a
gun
realism. There was a realism aspect.
I hated that
I loved that.
it took you a minute because if you're trying to run it, because I'm more of a running gunner. Like I
Yeah.
love running, fucking like going into rooms and shit. MW2 was the whole you go into a room. Yeah. So a lot of that game you had to be camped, posted up.
Yeah.
Play
It was
slower.
more of a sightline game.
And then MW3 it combined them where you could play either way in MW3. You could
Yeah,
play.
but you started to notice in the later stages of MW2 that Warzone was starting to take over. Because, like, Warzone was kind of... Nobody really played it in Modern Warfare 19. Like, it was popular, but, yeah...
Rebirth Island was big.
It was just kind of a big, battle royale, just part of the game. MW2, the campaign and multiplayer...
The campaigns were sick.
The
in
campaign and the multiplayer for MW2 just took off.
MW. Yeah.
They took off. They were the best parts of the game. MW3, there was a ton of focus on Warzone. So multiplayer got left behind.
Multiplayer was sick in MW3 though.
It was. If we were playing shipment.
Yeah.
If we were playing shipment or small maps that were,
yeah, because the maps
quick-
were huge.
quick and fast, that's why they made shipment 24/7.
Because the maps were so big,
If you wanted to play multiplayer, you had to play shipment to play that style the way they had made MW3.
Did the map hallway actually come out?
Yeah. That Lauren played it. She was playing the train map too, where it was like just literally a train in a straight line, like straight line map.
Oh my!
Blows me away. I don't understand the thinking behind. Why would you do? Anyways,
They're trying to capture shipment.
they capitalized on Warzone. So their map design for multiplayer went down the fucking drain. What's the laziest fucking map you can make for a video game that's an online multiplayer shooter? A straight fucking line.
Yeah.
So they went straight for Warzone. They capitalized on Warzone. That's why the reboot and the updates have been focused on Warzone and making it better.
And I guarantee you, not many people came back.
And nobody came back. Like,
They died when Black Ops 6 came out, and all those. Whenever I quit, I think a lot of people quit too. Because remember, I was bitching to you about it, and I hated to bitch about it, but I was like, dude, there's no fucking way. I know how Call of Duty is. There's no fucking way I'm losing.
yes.
This is like you're having to try your ass off, and you're going as hard as you fucking can, and there's no way I'm losing to these fucking people. It's really unbelievable. And
It's programmed. It's programmed.
I think around the time that map came out, that remember me and you played it a bunch because it was like my last stand. I was
Stakeout.
yeah, me and you played Stakeout
Stakeout.
for like probably like 2 weeks straight,
Oh, we played the fuck out of that.
and I was like, and I still couldn't like do what I was doing in MW3, and I was like,
Yeah.
there's this just, and you're like shooting somebody first, and I'm like, this just ain't what this ain't.
It
right.
wasn't. I got good at Black Ops 6. I played the ranked play. I got to platinum by myself because nobody
Yeah.
was playing the fucking game.
Nobody's probably on it right now. If you went and looked,
I have no idea.
we
mean,
beat the shit out of the zombies though.
Played the fuck out of zombies. Played the fuck out of ranked play. Got
Then-
to platinum. Played multiplayer. I'm Prestige Master in Black Ops 6. I got to Prestige Master. That was my big thing. Like, this is my last hoorah on a first. I'm Prestige Master. I got to max level.
Yeah.
And it's still like,
Me and you
That was
were
it.
even planning on doing like all the Easter eggs.
yeah,
To
we were
every
going to do
map.
it like just like we did Black Ops 3.
And wait, I don't know what it was about this. The one that we quit on with the iStaff, where
Yeah.
I was like, I watched that video and they made it the most complicated ass shit you had to do. And I just went, I'm not.
Just to get one fucking staff. And it was like,
I was just like, I'm not doing this.
I mean,
again.
you could see their game plan. They wanted to make DLCs for each individual staff, and then the last DLC would be one where you get all four of them, and it'd be like an Origins top.
I was just sitting there like, dude, because I don't know if I was just thinking about it. Like now, it's like, look, it's going to take us probably a full 24 hours to do this Easter egg. Like if you counted up the game time together
Yeah.
and all that, I'm like, I just don't.
Your first 2 or 3 tries is probably going to be
Because we did that on
6 hours.
Terminus. Terminus was fun as fuck though.
Terminus.
The very first map where you face off against the squid, because we got to the boss fight.
Yeah.
That
That's
one,
right.
It
'Cause
wasn't.
took us 3 tries to do it.
It wasn't complicated. It was just hard.
Yeah, you had to get through it.
It was not
That
complicated.
boss fight was insane.
That was what I was saying. It wasn't complicated to do the Easter egg. It was just hard as fuck to do the Easter egg. Then I looked at that one that with the iStaff, and I was like, this is not hard. It's just fucking complicated.
Well, I think they capitalized on the complicated because you remember we did Black Ops 2 Easter eggs.
That Black Ops 3s were
And Black Ops 3s. But I mean, imagine putting yourself in the situation today. You're playing Origins for the very first time, and you're at the bottom of the church trying to figure out which fucking torch to shoot with the fire staff.
That's what I was talking about, the hours played. If
There-
me and you,
Wow, that's right. Yeah, because we had probably a lifetime played on
if
Origins.
me and you were to ever to get the full, like how it says on the bottom of your shit now, how many hours you have played on the game. If on our PS3, if it said how many hours you had sunk into Black Ops 2, it would probably be close to 10,000 fucking hours, dude. If you fucking looked at ours.
Easy.
It would
because I
blow-
logged 3,000 hours on a Battlefield game that we didn't even play together. That was just by myself.
It would, and we played Black Ops 2 religiously. During the summertime, for the folks out there listening, during the summertimes between 8th and 9th grade, 9th and 10th grade, probably 10th and 11th fucking grade, me and Jesse would get on.
Hell, 7th is when it started, wasn't it?
Yeah. Sixth, actually.
Seventh, sixth, seventh.
Yeah, sixth,
Like,
because we had lunch detention in sixth grade, and I
Yeah.
got your shit on a.
so we
fucking
went
piece
through
of paper.
all of middle school and all of high school.
It was as soon as we got out of school till nighttime, till your router shut off, and then during the summer it was about 10 o'clock in the morning sharp until fucking 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
Every fucking all
Every
day
evening.
eating Angus burgers,
Tons.
eating those fucking Angus.
The Costco Black Angus burger.
Yes, and like fries, like the Arby's fucking fries. You could just throw, and then pizza rolls.
Throw
and
some
shit.
mustard on there and a couple
Yes.
of pickles. Fuck yeah.
Dude, and just playing that shit all fucking day.
Play that shit nonstop.
Now the sun is
Now
out.
the sun is back.
Holy shit! Ain't no fucking tornado gonna take us.
Welcome to the Holler, baby.
We're in a fucking rainforest biome, dude. Now
Yeah.
because
Now it's humid as fuck out there.
May. What did it used to be? Have you noticed the weather's changed over our lifetime?
I personally believe that you make a calendar that's stagnant and doesn't change, doesn't fit the
And the Earth is
the
always
movement
moving.
of the Earth. We're a few months behind. Winters don't last into the months, or don't start in the months that they used to. Spring starts a little later. Summer everything's a little
That just
later.
blew my own mind.
Our calendar is behind.
I just blew my mind.
Yeah.
You know how like old the Earth, or how old they say the Earth like actually is. Our calendar is only 2,000 years old, and that's just a fraction of how fucking long the shit. So
we're literally flying through space right now.
yeah,
Our solar system is just
and all the planets
and
around it going
spinning,
like,
and everything's just fucking twirling. There's no way we're going to get a calendar that's absolutely locked the fuck in.
because what was the saying? May showers bring May showers, January, February, March, April, May, June. What? April showers bring May flowers. Have you ever heard that?
It's vague. It's very vague. I feel like I have.
And it makes sense. April showers bring May flowers. And what is it right now?
Let's see.
Is it? We're in the middle of May, right? We're at the end of May. Yeah, May 25th. So why? It must be May showers bring June flowers. And you know, and have you noticed that summertime lasts all the way through Halloween almost? Now,
Okay, so that is a poem, actually. April showers bring May flowers. The rain fell as I said goodbye to my winter love. He said to me, April showers bring May flowers. The next year, as I sighed because I lost another love, he came back up to me and asked me were the flowers beautiful. As I gave my answer, no, I thought back to the spring before of the times I had, some great, some bad, and realized he was right all along. April showers bring May flowers.
I just thought it was about the seasons.
I have no idea. Apparently it's a poem.
But have you noticed? So it's warm on Halloween now.
Yeah.
It's like
I
70.
can remember going out to like Halloween and being freezing. Like
And it's
in
like
my
snow-
costume.
Didn't
freezing.
it snow on like one Halloween?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
and then
think-
like, hell, you remember when we got snowed out of school in like, what was it, March?
Yeah.
It was like March.
In
We
second-
were out of school. Like our Christmas break got extended by like 6 weeks
It's moved bad.
because it snowed so bad in
Because
like March.
I asked my dad about it, and he said he's lived longer than me. He said he thinks it's moved. The seasons have moved.
My dad thinks the same way. My dad thinks that everything's on a cycle. You know, and it moves, it flows, it changes. We don't have it locked down.
Yeah.
We don't have it locked down. Nothing's permanent. These are old calendars we're using. And he's like, we should just, stop everything for a month. Stop counting the days for a month. And
Yeah.
that would put us on a more what we're used to. Because I think we're experiencing a curve in the cycle. Everything.
And our shit has gotten way more greener and warmer.
Oh, dude, we've had so much rain this
Do
year.
you remember whenever we were kids, Did you notice whenever we were kids? Did you notice that it was a lot more dry and there wasn't as much green everywhere?
Damn near almost more gray.
Yeah, it
Like
seemed
everything
gray.
was just dry.
Yeah,
And now here we are. Hell, we're living in the
It's
Amazon
green.
right now.
yeah, that's what I was talking. I'm like, we're in a fucking rainforest biome.
Yeah,
dude.
it's pouring rain.
turned off. Probably had to.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's pouring rain. It seems like it's a fucking rainforest, and it's rained every day for like fucking
We're on
3
like
weeks straight.
yeah, 3-4 weeks. It's been raining.
I'm pretty sure you could pull
day.
up our cast from 3 weeks ago. Whenever you had to come back in town, and you said it just.
It rained the whole time we. Well, no, it rained on us while we were going up there, and it was dry and clear while we were up there. But it rained for 4 days straight down here.
And then last week, I swear to God, it rained every single fucking day.
Yeah, it rained every day.
It did not stop, and it's still fucking trying
Come
to
home
rain.
every day, looking forward to sitting on the back porch, having a cold one in the sun,
Yeah.
and it's raining.
Are you not
God.
sitting here going the same as I am right now? Like, any day now, this has to stop.
It's got to stop.
Like,
It's gotta
it-
stop. I'm tired of being wet.
Yes.
I'm
it's
tired
like, dude,
of everything being wet.
It has to stop. Like,
But it's not going to.
I've never seen it rain this much before. And, dude, it's flooded everywhere. All over people's
Look at my
houses.
driveway.
Dude, people's driveways are washed out. It's flooded all the time, and then they'll get it fixed. Like they'll get the trees fixed back up, all that shit. And next thing you know, 24 hours later, another storm. Your whole driveway's
Just
gone
another one.
again. God damn.
Do you remember? No, you probably don't. What am I even talking about? Say you're driving down the road. Okay, you got 2 power poles.
Yeah.
So you're driving down the road. Your average understanding of how far apart power poles are. Okay. However far apart that is. Driving down the road. You
We
two
got a
power
new
poles.
pole in front of our house. Besides the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put a new pole out.
So imagine 2 power poles at whatever distance they're placed. You're driving down the road, 2 power poles. In one section, 2 power poles, power lines in between them. Right down here, 2 roads over. 4 trees fell on the power lines in between 2 power poles. 4 trees. Woke up. It was 5:30 in the morning. No power. No power. Guess what happened the next day?
What?
No power.
Did you have another storm?
Another storm.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, this year has been nuts.
I wonder, dude, I bet you at the end of the year, our rain for this year, it might break a record. How many inches we got?
This year's going to be huge. for our
Because we've
rainfall.
already got a ridiculous
Yeah,
amount.
and we've got more coming.
No
There's
fucking
there's
way.
going to be a huge
I haven't
storm
even looked
coming
at
in
the
like
weather.
10 o'clock.
You know, after the past 2 weeks, I have stopped looking at the weather because I was like, every day I'm like, it's not going to rain. It fucking rained for like 2 weeks straight. I'm like, it's not going to rain. I'm
not
good.
gonna rain.
So I show up to work in just this and
Rains
a fucking
again.
in a vest, and then I show up to work and I'm like,
Rains again.
what is going on?
And then it'll stop by lunchtime and then rain again. It's
Dude.
just, this year's been nuts.
What is he doing up there? And it's gray every day, and I like sitting out in the sun. I feel like I'm losing my tan.
I know.
I'm like, dude, it being cloudy and shit outside. And here's how simple of beings we are, I think, because I always notice this. If I don't sit out in the sun for like 2 or 3 days, I'm like down, depressed, all that
Yes.
shit. And then have you noticed if you're feeling a little bit down, you're like, man, I feel like shit. I mean, like you don't feel like shit, but you just ain't feeling right. You know what I'm saying?
You just
You're-
feel thick.
yeah. And then you go sit out in the sun for about 2 or 3 hours, drink a couple beers. You come back in, you're like, damn, dude, I'm the fucking man again.
The day's better.
Yeah.
The day is better.
It's just that little bit of sun. I swear, the sunlight might be the motherfucking key to all success.
Lauren can vouch for me. Every day I tell her I can't wait to get home and sit in the sun.
Sit in
And
the
then
sun.
on the days when it's cloudy and rainy, I'm like, motherfucker, there's no
You're just staring
sunshine.
at-
I'm just like, I'm upset.
just staring out the window in your room, just like
You're breaking
ah.
my routine because I want to go out there and sit in the sun, get sweaty, get hot, get tanned, like
Get your and I think it gives you a bunch of vitamins and minerals.
everything. Like I feel so much better. I
We're
go in
basically
there,
just like little plants.
I come in, I'm fucking toasted, I'm hot, but I got my sun, and I go in there and take a shower.
And whenever you come in and you look like that you're supposed to feel like shit, but you feel like $1 million.
I feel so much better. Feels so much better.
I went after that, and you're still warm because you can feel the sun still like warm off your skin, and you go hop in the shower and get out, and you're clean as fuck after that, and you're like, dude, I'm literally perfect right now.
Do you take cold showers?
No,
Dude.
I'm not doing that.
Telling you.
I'm not doing that.
After a good sunbathing, you go in there and turn that water as cold as you can get it, and then get out and get dried off. When you sit down, you'll feel the best you've ever felt.
I can't do it.
Really? See, I don't even take warm showers.
I could
on a
do it,
normal basis,
but I wouldn't enjoy it. I try to do pure feeling on everything I do, and I would not enjoy a cold shower.
See, cold showers make me feel so much better.
It would hurt the whole time I'm in
Lauren
there.
messes with me. She'll come in there and she'll see the nozzle turned all the way to the cold, and she's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "I like cold showers. I don't like."
And you know, showering with your girl, you got to be prepared to just have the hottest water you've ever had put on your skin.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't do that anymore.
You get in you get in the shower with your girlfriend, and that shit's just turned up hot, and you're just touching it. You're like,
It's lava, and I have no interest in having that on my skin.
yeah.
I'll take a lukewarm, warmish shower if I'm feeling bad, like if I'm sick.
Yeah. Try to
But-
break your fever or
But
something.
99% of the time, I'm taking cold shower.
And
I
here's
like
something
cold
different
showers.
too about sleeping. And you know how like I tell you, whenever I sleep, I turn into the surface of the sun for some reason. Well, like while I'm sleeping,
Yeah.
like I get hot as fuck and I sweat every time I sleep. I don't know what it's from.
Your body's detoxing.
But Denisha told me same thing with her.
Does she drink?
No, she smokes, but
Interesting.
and I'm like, damn, are we the
Because
same?
I know,
Are we the same person?
I mean, there's hot sleepers. Some people get a little bit hotter when they sleep.
And then
but
there's some people, like some chicks that I've slept with, they get like freezing even though they're under the covers and all that shit. Like
Yeah.
they're freezing with it. I think that's just because of low iron, though. Have you noticed a lot of women?
iron's big.
Have you noticed a lot of women have low iron?
I wonder what that's from. Because I know what you're talking about. I've seen that.
They don't eat red meat, I guess. I don't know.
They don't even eat enough meat, maybe.
Yeah, probably because they're trying to stay thin.
Yeah. Which is completely contradictive because meat will help you stay thin.
Yeah, well,
Believe it
they
or not.
believe the propaganda of the.
Terrible. Terrible.
They're like, oh, let me eat this nut.
Let me eat this.
Pause.
Show me the tit on an almond.
Oh, dude, I was asking Denisha too. I was like, I was talking to her. I was like, dude, please just let me. I was like, look, this is just a thing I love to do. I love sucking titties, dude. I love doing that. That's one of the best things in the world, dude. Is it not? Just sucking on a nipple, dude.
I will not confirm
Or
nor deny.
You're just in heaven, just sitting there, whole hand of ass, just sucking a nipple, dude. You're just sitting there going, man, life couldn't get any better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the way you feel about it.
Shit. Yeah. And then I also asked her because she said she used to have her nipples pierced, and since she had a kid, I was wondering. She got them out before she had a kid, but I guess they healed back up. I always wondered if women that had their nipples pierced, do you think they spray out of 3 holes? Like, especially if while they're pregnant, they get their nipple piercings taken out because their boobs are getting so big. So that third hole, those 3 holes didn't get to heal. The 2 other ones. I bet you it sprays out of 3.
No. I think your body's a little faster than that. It's going to heal that up.
Pretty quick.
Yeah. You've got very, very, for a woman, you have very important, if you're going to have a child, you have very important pathways that are going to those.
You know what heals the quickest too on a dude? Your reproductive system.
Yeah.
Have you ever blistered your wiener from jerking off too much?
No.
I have. And dude, that motherfucker will have a blister on it. The next day it'll be healed.
Yeah.
It'll heal up in one day. I'm telling you. I think your body's like, oh shit, shaft is injured. Send all reinforcements to the shaft because we gotta get.
I think that it'll do that for any part of your body.
Dude, this has been where is it? This little scab has been on here for like 2 weeks. If this little scab was on the shaft of my winter, it'd be gone in a day. It wouldn't be 2 weeks just on my arm.
Okay, well, maybe
I've done deep research analysis into this.
the ultimate reason why humanity
It's because your
may
body's
be
probably like,
here
we
is
need to
because
reproduce.
We need to reproduce.
Yeah. It makes sense to me. This is science.
It would
here,
make
dude.
sense. It's plausible. It's plausible. I'll give it that.
Sue me if I'm wrong.
But yeah, no, I think if you're gonna pierce those things, you know, like those beautiful things, if you're gonna put a piece of metal in those,
One of God's greatest creations.
exactly, and then take that out, okay, well, your body's gonna say, we're just gonna fix that, because if you're gonna be providing nutrients to a child,
You're going to need that
your
working. at
body's
full-
gonna need that to be working. And if you put a hole through it, well, your body's going to delete that hole
Yeah.
and heal it up, put the vein or tube or whatever is supplying all of that back in place, because it's a foreign object, essentially. If you get a piercing, that's an injury. Your body views that
as a gaping
as an
hole.
injury.
Yeah.
It's an injury. You have separated your cells, separated your fibers, and put a piece of metal in there. That's an injury. So as soon as you take that out, it's going to heal. It's going to do what it's supposed to do. It probably functions perfectly normal,
Yeah.
because our bodies are much smarter than we are.
Yeah. The human body's very resilient too.
It's
you could do just about
Almost
anything to it.
retarded.
You could do just about anything to yourself and you will heal.
In
Like-
some shape or fashion.
It will heal.
Yes.
If you could survive, it will heal.
Take a leg off, we're going to,
If you could
scar it
survive-
over.
If you could survive it, like the blood loss and shit, well, people survive it all the time.
If
you know?
you survive it, we will heal it,
Like-
essentially.
like what happened to
White
your
blood
brother's hand?
cells, thank you.
Like what happened to your brother's hand? I mean, shit.
Yeah.
He survived it. And then back in the day, he would have been dead.
Yeah.
That shit would have got infected or some shit.
Yeah, if
and
you
he
didn't
would've
have the
died.
right antibiotics and, like, stop the bleeding, suture it up, close it up,
You know something else
make
hilarious?
it look normal.
We take it for granted, but you could walk into any Walgreens, Walmart, and buy shit like antifungal cream, antibiotics, and shit, and that's just, and it's cheap, and you're like, they would love to have had this back in the day because it's literal life-saving care.
You got
It's
a
just
you got a rash on your anus? Here's some cream.
here's the cream in a tube, and it's just life-saving care for like $12 at a fucking store. They wish they had that shit back in the day.
It'll get that blister out your asshole, I promise.
Yeah,
Medicine is huge.
yeah.
I don't support the pharmaceutical companies making it.
Sick care.
Sick care. That's right. Yes. Yes.
And then that's why we don't have a cure for cancer
Sick
and shit
care.
like that. Is because
You don't
they
go to
make
the doctor till you're sick.
they make way more money off of doing chemo and shit on people than they do curing it and sending you on your fucking way.
Yes.
And
It's
I
not
guarantee-
health care.
Dude,
It's
we have
sick
all
care.
this. We have all this fucking technology now. They have a fucking cure for cancer.
It was probably developed well before we
in
were
like
even
probably
born.
like the 70s.
We were probably not even born. They found out the cure for cancer. Pharmaceutical companies come in. We're just not gonna, because we make a lot more money off of treating rather than curing.
It's what they did with fucking COVID.
It's all about fucking money. And you know what kills me? And I don't even know if I believe this wholeheartedly, but it's enough in my brain to think money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
And if it's all about money, well,
They said
aren't
that
you
shit-
evil?
They said that shit on War Mode. There was this, I think it was the dude from like some famous band. I forget his name, but it was one of the most recent War Mode. He was famous as fuck. Blew up at like 26 and made all kinds of money, because he was the lead singer of the band, and he was like, dude, he got into, instead of being 26 and like going on drugs and all that all that shit, you know?
Yeah.
He was like, he got into like reading a ton of books, Buddhism, and like all this other shit, like all kinds of religions and all this shit. And he's like, dude, he's like 26 years old. He's like our age. He's like, money's evil.
Yeah.
And he has like probably like $100 million fucking dollars. He's like, anything you do in life, try to stay away from money, because it corrupts all fucking things whenever you get money involved. And he was like 26 whenever he got into that shit. He didn't even go out and party, do none of that crazy shit.
We've been trained and taught that money is the most important
We sound
thing.
communist right now, but money does corrupt shit. But
communist or not,
here's the thing: this is the best system that we have at the moment. The capitalist, like what we have here in America. This is like the best we can fucking do.
yeah, it may be the best, but it's still not the best. We're just making it work, because look at the situation that the American people are in right now.
Yeah, you can't
1% of the population owns all of the financial resources. and
This
it's-
is one thing I'll tell you.
It's damn near communism 2.0.
I live with my dad,
Yeah.
if I were to go out solo, go buy a house, have to pay all those fucking bills solo right now, I would be worried about, in a couple months, probably be worried about, and I'm working my ass off, by the way, like, working 5-6 days a fucking week. I would be worried about fucking buying like Domino's or something. Like, I'd be stressing out about like buying like simple shit like food to fucking survive. And nobody can fucking do that, dude. That is not good for your fucking mental health.
No,
Nothing
it's
like
not good
fucking
for your
that.
psyche at all to be broke.
Because shit is so expensive now. Like, if I were to go move out, it'd probably cost me $2,000 a month after the house payment and all the bills, car insurance, all that shit.
Wait, $2,000? Is that what you said?
House payment's probably like $1,500 a month.
No,
I would try to pay it off in like 15 years.
we pay $750 a month.
Is it 30 or 15?
30.
I'd do 15. So it'd be about 1,500, right?
Yeah, I'd probably double it.
All
Yeah.
the bills, add 500, so $2,000 a month.
Your water's gonna be about $20 if you're in this area.
Internet,
Your water's gonna be about $20.
internet 100.
Internet's probably gonna be 100. Your power's probably gonna be, if it's just you. No,
Internet.
let's go ahead and look at that from a perspective of you got a family. You're looking at about 150.
Classified information before the cash, probably.
Yeah. So you're looking at about 150. That's what I pay.
And then
150.
internet, and not there, like, you got shit like Hulu,
Yeah.
just shit to fucking watch. And then on top of that, car insurance, phone bill, all that shit. It's going to be about $2,000, right?
Yeah.
And then
But you also have to remember that not all of these expenses are going to be on you alone.
here's the whole kicker.
I
Damn,
know
I could do
that's
this.
I know that's what you want to do.
I
is
could
to
do
have-
this and have like $2,000 left over if I
I
want.
know that's what you want to do, is to put every bill on you. I know that's what you want.
Here's
to do.
here's the thing. Now that I think about it, I make $4,000 a month, and if I do a 15-year house loan and $500 in bills, I'd have $2,000 left over.
Hang on. You make $4,000 a month?
Yeah, by myself, $1,000 a week, plus my extra $200 I'm getting paid out right now for my vacation. So I'm making like 40.
What's your, like, say you weren't putting vacation in, what are you making a month?
$4,000 before taxes?
Okay, before taxes.
Before
What
taxes,
are you making
$4,000.
after taxes?
$800 a week.
I know
after
this
tax.
is personal
8,
information.
16, 24, 32. So I'd have $1,200 left over.
Jesus Christ, you've
For the
just
month.
put into realization how much I'm paying for all this shit in my taxes and my insurances, and because I'm lucky to make $2,600 a month.
What are you spending all your money on? I just get a check. I don't pay for nothing else.
Fucking, I'm paying for a truck and a house. Like,
Yeah, but it goes into all your expenses though. I just collect a paycheck and I have to pay rent to my dad, but I also pay our internet and car insurance and shit. You make it the same as I do, four grand a month.
maybe gross.
Yeah, and then after taxes, it's what, $792.
No, I get paid every 2 weeks.
So 14,
roughly
15.
$13.50 a paycheck.
Yeah. So mine would be, oh shit, you're getting taxed a ton.
Yeah.
Wait, do you have insurance taken out of your check?
Yes.
That's what that is.
I know, and it's killing me. Like, it's retarded.
That is.
But I'm paying for a full family plan.
Yeah, that is wrecking you.
Yeah, I know it's huge. It's like $300 plus a month.
Because you'd bring home about 16 if you didn't have insurance.
Yeah,
But still $200.
but I gotta have insurance.
$200 a week in taxes, dude. Somebody fucking call George Washington.
No,
That's literally a whole day of work if you
Yeah.
do the math.
yeah.
You're working for the
It's
fucking
a
government.
whole nother day. Kills me.
Dude.
Kills me.
1776 will commence again.
Yeah, I know that, financial information and stuff
No,
is
we're like
fairly
a-
personal.
we're-
Most people don't want to talk about it.
I don't give a shit.
I don't
We
really
need to do the math,
care.
but still,
Like, we're all in this shit together. We may as well talk
that's
about
why we're
it.
doing this. Is to be financially fucking free. Cause shit.
You hear that? You all 17 viewers.
Yeah. It is gonna happen eventually. But damn, if we were to make like if we were to start a Patreon and just make like an extra $5,000 a month.
I don't even need an extra. If I could make $5,000 a month,
I'm saying $2,500 for us each a piece a month extra. I'd be like, yo, I
yeah,
am fucking loaded
yeah.
to the gills, dude.
Even just an extra 1,000 a month.
Yeah,
would
if
be
we just made like $2,000,
huge.
I'd be like, yo, I'm fucking loaded to the gills.
Huge. I could save up so fucking fast it wouldn't even be funny.
Dude, that'd be insane.
We're just gonna have to
Because
keep
we're
going.
like right now, we're like on the brink of being like super wealthy.
I manage. I'm already wealthy.
Yeah,
I'm
I know
already
that
wel-
whole thing. I'm talking about financially. I'm talking
Financially wealthy is a different story.
I'm talking
yes.
about financially. Me and you basically are
rich.
Right now, we're basically on the brink of being like what they would call well off. If we could
Yeah.
pull off a couple tricks with this shit, and then this could be all of our dreams and all this other shit of like, holy shit, it fucking blew the fuck
Yeah.
up and it's millions of fucking dollars. But even if it's just barely anything, like that would be like, yo, holy
Yeah,
shit.
it'd be huge. It would be massive because where I'm at right now, I'm wealthy.
Because I'll tell you, I
I'm
don't know.
1% of the world.
I don't know when I would stop working. Here's my thing. If I was making $4,000 a month off of if we were to make $4,000 a month off of this and I was still doing I think I would still keep doing what I'm doing now.
The podcast would have to make well over
10, 15
15 easy
for me to even
for me to
quit.
even consider quitting.
Yeah.
For me to even consider.
I'd say 15 a piece.
Because okay, so we're making $30,000 a month.
Yeah, and we're splitting 15 a piece.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, okay, I'm going to quit. Well, I bet you if we were splitting 10 grand a piece, we'd probably be like, yeah.
If we were making $20,000 a month, I'd probably be like, I'd start considering.
Yeah,
I'd
I'd
start
be like,
considering.
nah. I'd be
Like,
like,
this is going pretty well. But I would have to make sure that I've got a good nest egg saved up.
Yeah, before
Because
you
at
even
any
consider it.
point, it could go poof
Yeah.
and just fall off the fucking tree.
Yeah.
So you'd have to play it right. You'd have to.
I'm sure if you did quit your job and you told them, hey, I'm going to do this, you would have a job if you ever were like, hey, the shit hit the fan. It didn't work out. They'd hire you back.
They do have slightly,
Because I'm sure that would happen with me. I'd be like, hey,
yeah,
this shit didn't
They-
work.
they have
Can I
kind
come
of an
back?
open door policy. Like, I'm going to go do this.
And they know you're a
Okay.
worker, and they're like, oh, Jesse actually followed his dreams and done something. and if it didn't work out, you could come back and tell them like
Yeah.
a man, hey, it didn't work out. Would you take me back? They'd be like, yeah.
Yeah. We had a guy that left and went down to Florida, and they told him that if you ever come back up this way and
Let us know.
feel like living in this area again, let us know. We'll hire you back. So he left on a pretty good note. You know, they all kind of liked him, and he wanted to grow oranges in his front yard. So he moved to Florida.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. So he left, went down there, working for another HVAC controls company. And, you know, he just left, got a better job. And they were like, all right, yeah, if you ever decide to come back up, we'll hire you back. So, yeah, I might have a good backdoor policy,
Yeah.
but I'm
Hoping that this shit just fucking
not
works.
interested.
Yeah.
The further I can separate myself from the corporate employed world, the better.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. Like, I have no interest. I don't want to work for somebody else. The only reason that I work the job that I do is because it's easy and it pays the bills. But it's not what I'm interested in. It's not what I want to do. And quite frankly, I don't know what I want to do.
Same.
That's the problem.
Well, I do want to do this.
I want to do this.
Yes.
I want to do this, and I want to think. I want to be involved
And do deep
in-
research.
and
Dude, I love listening to podcasts too throughout the day.
I want to learn things. I don't want to have to feel like I'm wasting my time doing something for somebody else that I'm not enjoying. I want to learn. I want to expand my consciousness.
And sitting here
I
and just
guess.
bullshitting with your buddy, it's just just the greatest times.
It's the best conversation you can ever have.
It's like, do you know how the feeling is at work where you're like, okay, I got to get this done. And you're kind of at like a high level of...
You're in robot mode.
You get that like little thing in your head going like, like you're a high level.
Everything's
get
in
this shit done.
logic mode. Do this,
Let's go,
do this,
go,
do
go,
this,
go, go.
do this, do this, do this, do this.
Yeah. And then whenever we do this, this is technically, they would say work, but
It's not work at all.
But I'm saying this would technically, if we started making a ton of money, this would technically be work for us.
Technically.
But
Allegedly.
which is why it probably feels like this is what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Because this is like the most fun shit of all time.
The thing that you're actually interested in.
and we actually just do this shit for free.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. And I'm like, dude, I could do this shit. If I got paid what I get paid now and I could quit my job and do this, I would do it. I'd do it fucking 3-4 fucking times a week. Like Rogan.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I'd be like, dude, I'd do this shit all the fucking time.
Because our primary interest is to just be interested and be involved and communicate.
And just talk shit.
And
learn shit.
try to figure out the creation of the universe, I guess.
Have our thumb on the pulse, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I do it because I have to.
yeah.
That's really about it. I do it because I have
So
to.
you actually have a legitimate job, though. Like where you are actually doing something like HVAC, like you're
building automation.
building shit and doing all that shit. I just fucking put boxes at people's front door for a fucking paycheck. That's all I fucking do.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing is getting paid. That's all I fucking do. Drive big truck, get paid. Put box down, get paid. That's all I fucking do it for. There's no fun in it. There's no...
You don't enjoy it. You
There's
don't
no-
look forward to it every
no.
day. You
And
don't,
then my schedule's ass on
Yeah.
top of that. And it's like, dude, I've got to
you
fucking...
don't look forward to it. You don't enjoy it. You just do it because you have to.
Yeah, and then my corporate overlords, we're going to put Express on you. We're going to put Amazon on you.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to put all this shit on you, and we're going to make a shitload of money, and you're going to sit there, and you're going to make probably the fucking same, but I will ask for a raise soon because I'm getting pretty fucking pissed and fed up with it. Because, yeah, how far are we in? An hour and a half? All right, I'm about to just give FedEx one for their own right now. You remember whenever I was on Monday through Friday?
Yep.
Because I'm running the McKee route, the shittiest fucking route.
Yep.
After peak, he was like, hey, I'm going to change your route up once we get all this other new shit. Your route's going to be smaller. You're going to run, instead of me going all the way to McKee, on University, I'd run Oodwall Ringgold Road, where you see me the other day, over, instead of having to go do all that and then come back and do all that. So he was going to take a whole chunk of my shit and give it to somebody else. And he said, but I'm going to need you to work probably a couple weekends while you do that. I said, okay. My route has not changed. And I worked Saturday and fucking Sunday this week. And I've worked every fucking Saturday and Sunday and shit. I've not got a raise from it. Look, I'm top paid, whatever the fuck. I don't give a fuck if I'm top paid or not. If you're going to tell me some shit for a deal where you told me I'm going to work Monday through Friday, I would like for you to stick to my deal. I haven't bitched because I don't bitch at work. I'm not that dude. I go, it's work. I'll do my fucking job and I'll go home. But do you have that shit where you know you're getting fucked in your head? You're like, I'm getting fucked here. I'm working harder than fucking everybody. I'm still doing the same shit. Now I'm having to work extra. And now I'm having to fucking get paid the same that I was, and I'm working extra. And that little thing, and it's been going on since January. And what is it now? It's almost fucking June. I haven't said anything about it. Nobody. But in my head, it's slowly boiling to where I'm going to have to go up to my dad and Robbie and be like, hey, y'all are fucking me. And I'm going to go, and my points I just gave you, this. You can either give me a raise, put me back on Monday through Friday, or change my route. You make the choice, and if nothing changes, I will leave. And then I'm going to walk away. That's what I always, and then we'll see what they say later. And I'm sure they're going to, and they don't want to fucking lose me because I'm the only goddamn good employee they got. Because you know how bad the fucking turnover is. I've told y'all horror stories about people leaving. They got told to get fucked a couple times. People leaving, they don't care to quit. I'm the only motherfucker that stood 10 toes down, stayed over there the whole time. And you know they don't want to lose somebody fucking like that shit, dude. So they're going to have to capitulate. And I'll either get one of those three things I just told you. I'm either going to get a raise, my route's going to change, or I'm going to be back on Monday through Friday. And I would like a raise, but if I could just get back on Monday through Friday, I'd be like, that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, that if you changed my route, then I wouldn't give a shit. Because that whole McKee shit, that's a whole extra area. I've got more stops than everybody every fucking day because of how much fucking shit we're getting. And anyway, had to just go off about that shit.
You live with that shit every day.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
that goes back to the
and
same...
do you know that thing like whenever you're getting fucked in your head, you're like, I'm getting fucked right now.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, you told me, like, somebody made a deal with you, and then now the deal's broke, and they told you they were going to do something else for you, to make up for it, and they still have not done anything to make up for it, but you're still doing the shit for them that changed, and nothing's changed for you. That whole time, you're sitting there going, I'm getting fucked.
Yeah.
And
the feeling of getting fucked is not fun.
And here's what's bullshit. As a dude, and you probably feel the same way as a dude, you don't want to bitch to nobody. You just want to go, okay.
I feel like everything should just be taken care of the way it should just be taken care of.
You don't want to bitch because you're like, I don't want to bitch. I'm a grown-ass man. I'll go do my job, and I'll go home. I won't bitch because I know it's hard for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I think you're trying to do your best, but shit, at some point, the big dog has to be like, hey, I'm getting fucked. You're going to have to do something or I'm fucking going somewhere else.
Yeah.
And
thus the entire reason for me looking for a new job right now.
And it makes that meme about strong men. What is it? It's like strong men create great times.
Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create bad times, and bad times create good men.
Yes. And we're at work, it always goes through that phase. And I've always been the strong dude, never bitch, never bitch, never bitch, the whole fucking time. But I'm just getting to the point to where I'm like, dude, you're going to have to fucking get some other good fucking people in here. And here's the thing that set me off about it was today. Because we still got a couple people from the most recent old crew that work for us. All the other new, because we hired like 4 or 5 new people. Four of the new people work today. And I'm still the only one on the old crew that's been there longer than everybody that worked today. With all those, and I've been there longer than fucking everybody that works at that place. I've been there longer than every single person that works for my dad right now. And I'm the only one that had to work Saturday and fucking Sunday. And I'm sitting there going, I know of 4 other people that could run my fucking route today that I've been here longer than that are off work today.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, and my schedule you offered me was Monday through Friday. I mean, that is literally the definition of just getting fucked.
Yeah, you're
And here's the whole thing.
taken advantage of.
They know I won't bitch. I think that's why they do it.
You're allowing yourself to be walked on.
Right now, and I know, and like I told you today, and this is why I'm bitching about it right now. I said, Jesse, today shit hit the fan with me in my head. I told my dad about it this morning at work, and he was looking at me like, shit, motherfucker's about to go on one again and be a fucking
pop.
He's about to be a fucking dickhead, because I've been a dickhead before, which is why I've got to where I'm at. Like, I've had to get fucked. It's been a process over there of I'll get fucked, and then I'll have to fucking go stand 10 toes down and be like, hey, what the fuck is going on? And then they're finally, and then they literally day of, they capitulate. Because I think that Robbie, my dad, working a way to where they'll put the shit on you as long as you fucking can. And they're like, damn, dude, this guy's good. He ain't bitching. But as soon as, like, you're, like, good as a worker as me and, like, how good you're doing, as soon as you ask them for something, they're like, immediately they capitulate. They're like, you can have whatever you want. You should have fucking asked earlier.
You're doing everything that we expect of you. We may as well try and support you.
Yeah, like, they immediately capitulate. Every time I would ever ask for something, they immediately capitulate. They don't fucking... But I wonder if that's just how it works. It's like, hell, if you're just going to keep working for this and keep doing all this shit, then we ain't going to fucking tell.
It ultimately depends on who and what type of person your boss is.
It's them being like, we aren't going to tell you that we're fucking you, but we are fucking. We're going to wait for you to be a grown-ass man and say, you're fucking me. And then we're going to immediately go, yeah, I know we are. You can have whatever you want. And it's happened like 3 times, which is why I'm like top.
But it takes it takes a certain type of person to understand that type of situation. Because if you have a shitty boss that doesn't understand that, just wants you to do whatever the fuck he says, regardless of how much you get paid. You know, like if you're in a different situation where you get a boss that says, I don't give a fuck how much you work. You're going to do what I tell you to do.
I couldn't work for a dude like that.
Yeah, like I couldn't work for an asshole. But guess what?
You do.
I work for assholes.
See, my situation is different from yours, though. This is because I always got my dad right there at my side because he's half owner.
Yeah.
So, and he knows whenever because I talk to him every fucking day, and he knows my numbers. He knows all the shit I'm fucking doing for him, and he knows I come in. I've basically been that company man the whole time I've worked there.
Yeah.
If somebody calls out, Hagen's coming in, all that shit. Like, I've never missed a day, all that shit. So they know.
Yeah.
Immediately capitulate. And then Robbie's probably like, Robbie knows he is, but also the other people that work for us are kind of, they can't do it. And like, they're not all the way like good to go. Like, not being able to like stand in the fire and just be like, okay, all that shit. So
yeah, it kills me because my company kind of runs on.
Hold on, before you start this, can I pee?
I need to pee too, so yeah.
Yeet. And then remember, we're gonna mark this down. You were about to talk about how you were working for a fucking asshole.
Yeah. Is it recording? It's
Yes.
red, so I guess that means I don't know.
So you were working for a fucking asshole that
Well-
says you do as I say, all that shit.
It's not necessarily you do as I say, by God, you do it. It's more of a I think you're retarded.
Oh, like he's the one being a pretentious fucking asshole. Like he knows everything.
I think you're retarded. You know nothing.
What the fuck?
And you do good work, but the first time you fuck up, I'm gonna let you know about it. I'm gonna just humiliate you. I spent 4 years. Yeah, 4 years, essentially, doing TVA projects. Same shit. Same work. Every day. Day in, day out. 2 different facilities. The very first thing that I did when I got pulled off of TVA, when I was told to go do something else and go to a different job site, it was at
What's bar?
no. Chattanooga State University on Amnicola Highway. They had a unit that was put into that building probably in the 80s. My dad may have even been at school there when the HVAC units were put in.
Mm-hmm.
They were built a little different. They had a hot deck and a cold deck. You had 2 different coils. If you needed cooling, the dampers would open to the cold deck. If you needed heating, the dampers would open to the hot deck. Well, whoever installed the shit, they didn't mark like what was what. They're like, we don't know, because the dampers turn 180 degrees. Hot deck, cold deck. Well, turns out this is the very first thing that I've worked on since I've been away from a TVA project. Nothing's marked. This unit's old as shit. I have an asbestos ceiling 6 inches from my head. I'm laying on my stomach doing this work because I'm on top of the HVAC unit and it's this far from the ceiling. I'm laying on my stomach in this dirty, grimy, nasty asbestos-filled room, putting on like 8 dampers, actuators, little motor-controlled actuators that turn the damper. I'm up there just doing my shit. I got all of them what I thought was right in the right orientation. Nothing was marked. Nothing was, so I assumed. We tested, we ran the unit, we made sure everything, when we put it in cooling mode, did the air temperature get colder? Did we put it in heating mode? Did the air temperature get hotter? We tested everything, made sure it was actually working. 2 or 3 days later, get in the shop. I had a really, really bad trims night. I had stopped drinking for a couple of days, and I had bad trims, stayed up all night. My heart, my anxiety, everything was just bad. I'd been drinking really heavy at the time. And get to the shop. Hadn't slept all night. I was up all night. Hadn't slept. So now I'm going on 24 plus hours, no sleep. I'm irritated. Get to the shop. One of my bosses is just, y'all motherfuckers, you put everything on fucking backwards and now we gotta go fix this shit and put all it. I just got up and walked out. Like, I'm not. It's not worth. You don't pay me enough to talk to me that way.
Yeah.
You don't pay me enough to talk to me that way. Pissed me off. Because it showed me what type of people I actually work for. And I'm so ready for that to be over. I'm so ready because I work for assholes. I work for people that just think I'm retarded and think I'm trying to do everything in my power to fuck them. And it's just, I'm tired of it. These are not the kind of people that I want to work for. The problem is, I enjoy what I do.
Yeah.
I enjoy what I do.
At least you ain't gonna be around them.
I enjoy, yeah. I mean, I go weeks, months even without having to speak to them. So it works, and that's been a lot of my problem as far as getting out of this place. Fuck. I got texted the other day. Are you still interested in this position that you applied for? And you know what I was doing? I was standing in the cafe at downtown TVA. Getting some breakfast, bacon, sausage, and eggs. And I said, no.
Yeah.
because I got a cake job. I go down there. I'm by myself all day. Nobody worries about what I'm doing. Nobody's calling and texting except the guys that I work with, the other contractors. Hey, can you come look at this to make sure we're doing this right? Yes. Because I'm the last person to touch all of this stuff. Your HVAC doesn't work until I'm the one that comes in and wires everything up.
Yeah.
So it's, the other contractors call me, hey, are we putting all your wires in the right place? Of course, they're not doing it anymore because my company's not paying them. Now I'm doing it. But it just, I've enjoyed this, the freedom. Like, oh, hey, it's 2:00 and I have done everything that is available for me to do. I'm going home. I'll take a few hours pay and go home because my personal time is more important to me than work time. So if there's nothing that I can do here, there's no point in me wasting literally company time. So I'll just go home. So I enjoy the freedom, the ability to go out and do what I know needs to be done in order to do what the customer's paying for. And I get it done. And it's low voltage and electricity and wires. And I like wires and I like this shit. Wiring a panel is like, man, it's cake. I love it. But I don't love who I do the fucking work for. And that's my battle. So
At
I feel
least
like
you ain't
that's
gotta talk to 'em, though.
your battle in the same situation is you don't necessarily enjoy what you do, but you enjoy it enough that you know what you're doing and you know you can get it done in a timely fashion and do it the way it's supposed to be done and
I just
go
like
home at the end of the day.
I just like getting paid and or treated. I like getting paid either paid for what I'm doing for your company, and how much you. I like either getting paid, a lot for it, because I'm working harder than everybody else, or I like getting treated right, like getting Monday through Friday like you were supposed to do, or shorten my fucking route. I've been here longer than everybody. It's not really shortening it because you're going to take away my AVP and all that shit. So,
Yeah.
But my shit will be more condensed. I'm just saying, I'm doing the same shit, but having to work more and getting paid the same.
Yeah, you're getting shafted.
Yeah.
You're getting shafted. And my big thing when it comes to a working relationship is, or with any relationship, I guess, is respect until disrespected. I will do just about anything, I feel that's right. And
I'm
needs
still
to be
doing
done.
it. I'm still doing
I will
it.
respect you. I will respect what you ask of me in order for me to get paid. I will do it.
And I've been doing shit.
And I won't fight.
I've been doing shit recently too. Well, over just the past 2 days, where like I had one stop that was like all the way at the top of the mountain today, and then I had one stop that was like all the way at these like fucking apartments down the road. I just fucking put 27 on it, which means basically fuck you. You didn't get your shit today because I didn't want to. Is what code 27 means. It's contractor DNA did not attempt, which means fuck you, I'm not going over there. Is what that code meant. That code 27 on a package means dude ain't doing it. I done that, and then usually but they never say anything to me about code 27. And I do that shit like on Saturdays and Sundays only, on purpose, just so somebody, either Robbie or my dad, tries to say something to me about it, and then they never do. Because I think they know if they say something to me about it, I'm gonna say I'm not even supposed to work on Saturday or Sunday, and they'll go. Which is why I guarantee they don't ask.
You've got them by the balls more than you imagine, I guess.
Yeah, at this point. But it's getting to the point to where I'm gonna wait again this week, and I'm gonna get my schedule Thursday. And I swear to God, Jesse, I swear to God, if I have to work Saturday and Sunday again, shit will hit the fan, dude. Shit probably won't hit the fan because that's usually how shit doesn't work with me. But like, because I'm more of a walk up to you and be like, hey, I'll just talk to you straightforward and be like, hey, I'm getting fucked over, and this is how you're, and I explain it to them, this is how you're fucking me over. And you can either fix it or I'm walking, and then I'll walk away. And then I'll get a phone call in a couple hours that says, hey, this is how we're fixing it. Thank you. And I'm like, okay, thanks. Because I ain't the type of person to just go slap plumb off the fucking wall like a lot of these people will,
Tell you what my biggest battle has been is every time that I think that I'm approaching my breaking point, I say, this is it. I'm going to break. I'm going to say something. I'm going to just unleash.
I don't do that shit.
And then I think myself into a different perspective.
And I go, look,
down.
I'm about to go the fuck off. And you're like, I could go the fuck off. But at the end of the day, I'm a grown-ass man.
Is it worth my time?
I'm a grown-ass man, number
with this?
one. There's no reason for a grown-ass man to act like a fucking little kid and go the fuck off. You go up to somebody like a grown-ass man and say, hey, I think you're fucking me over, and here's the reasons. Bang, 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 bang. You can either do one of the 3 solutions that I gave you in those things, or I will walk away. Thanks. And then they will... And usually, if you confront somebody like a grown-ass man like that, in my life, I've done it quite a bit, especially working at FedEx. I've done it it works literally every single time. If you just go up to another grown-ass man that's your boss, like a normal person, and you just be like, hey, I think you're fucking me. Look them right in the eye, say, hey, I think you're fucking me, and here are the reasons, and here's what you can do to fix it. Just let me know what you're going to do, because if you don't, I'm going to walk. And then 10 times out of 10, it's worked. I think I don't know if it's just that, if it's just being blunt, if it's just talking fucking normal, because usually...
I think it's just being real.
Because people that... See, here's why I think people get fucked over, is because whenever somebody's at their breaking point, they go fucking off the wall. They're like, you're fucking me over. Like, argue with their boss, all that shit. There's no reason to do that. And like you said, you just go up and you just be realer than a motherfucker, stand 10 toes down, and you tell them this and this and this. And if they try to give you an excuse, say, you're full of shit. Looks like I'll be looking for another job soon. Thanks.
And ultimately, I feel like that's going to...
It works every time.
It's going to boil down to what type of person your boss is.
Yeah.
Genuinely. Like, if you've got a person that is...
Well, my dad's 50% owner, Robbie's 50% owner, and my dad already knows that I work harder than every fucking body else. I know Robbie fucking does too, but he won't ever fucking say it. He won't say it to my face because I don't think he wants to blow my fucking ego up. But he's told my dad and shit, like, Hagen's our best fucking guy we got. All that shit. So
the most important thing in everybody's life is to experience an ego death. Everybody needs to experience an ego death. You need to experience your ego going completely away and take yourself completely out of any situation.
I think I've gotten close a couple times. I don't even know. Well, I do have an ego now, but it's not like it was.
I fight my ego every day.
Yeah, same.
All it takes is if I look at myself in the mirror and I think that, oh man, I've gotten a little more physique going on, I immediately shut that shit down.
There's that part in your head where you're like, don't be a douchebag. You know what I'm saying? Do you have that part in your head where it's like, don't be a douchebag? Like, you could be a douchebag if you wanted to.
Oh, easily.
And you could get away with it.
Easily. But I'm smart enough to understand that I'm not the best man on the planet. That's not the way I need to behave.
That's not how it's supposed to.
I am not perfect.
And plus, being a douchebag, you're going to make a lot of enemies, all that shit.
My life is not better than anybody else's. I have just made my life what it is, and I'm proud to have my life, yes.
And you've done the same shit I have done, where you work in silence, and your work proves you ain't no kiss ass. Your work proves how
I
good
have
of a
no
person
interest in trying to show myself off to anybody else.
And like I'm bet
I've
you
none.
this shit, like especially I've noticed this shit with me when it comes to work. I've never kissed nobody's fucking ass ever, anywhere where I fucking worked. Especially now, I do not kiss ass. But how hard I fucking work is what proves to where, like, damn, Hagen might be a fucking dickhead, but that motherfucker works his fucking ass off,
Yeah.
and they can't do shit about it.
They know barely anything about you,
Mm-hmm.
but you show up and you do your job. And you
Never
go
miss
home.
a day. It's that one where it's like he shows up every day. He's kind of a fucking asshole, but goddamn, that motherfucker gets it done.
I don't get along with anybody I work with on a personal level.
Yeah,
As in, like, I don't really communicate with any of my coworkers at all.
I wish I had coworkers.
But I'm
Not really. I do not wish I had
I'm
coworkers.
6
actually.
years and 4 months into
You
this
got
career.
a great job though. With like what you do right now, you're basically like solo all day.
Now,
Yeah,
I spent a couple of years doing, working with other people, and yeah, it's doable.
Yeah, but I bet you don't like working with other people either.
I don't,
Not good to work with. Yeah,
I don't.
Same.
because most of the people that work for the company that I work for are lazy, and there's a couple that are decent,
Yeah.
couple that are assholes, and I don't really work with. I don't talk to them. I don't.
And the dude I get along with the best is the dude right next to me, Donis. He's a skinny black dude, but that motherfucker runs that shit. He's fast as fuck. I get along with him better than fucking anybody else that I fucking work with, and everybody else thinks Donis is a fucking asshole. And I'm like, Donis is a great fucking dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck y'all talking about? He gets his fucking job done. He shows up. And he fucking talks to me, and we talk about all kinds of shit. And then in the morning, before we leave, I'm like, Donis is a great dude. And I'm wondering if they think Donis is a fucking asshole. I bet you they think I'm a fucking asshole too, dude. Because
Yeah.
me and him are in there not to fuck around. Because they're over there talking. I hate hearing people bitch. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. Get the fuck. We're literally putting boxes at people's front door. It is not a fucking big deal. And you can get off work at like 3:30 if you fucking wanted to. What the fuck? I don't like hearing people bitch. Donis is like that shit too. I'm like, how am I friends with the biggest fucking ass? Everybody thinks he's the biggest fucking asshole. But then again, I look right back around at myself and I'm like, maybe they look at me the same way they look at him, because we're there to get our shit done and
go
fucking
home.
go home. And not
And go
fucking
home.
sit here and bitch about work. Not here to sit and bitch about all this other bullshit. It's like, dude, we're here to get a fucking paycheck and leave.
When I got pulled out of TVA, I started working with a couple of the other guys in the field doing, churches and schools and doing all that mess.
Can you give me another one?
Yeah, I'll get you another. Are you good?
Yeah.
No.
Hold on. I ain't finished this one yet, but damn. I think there was like one or two more left. That's why I jumped on it. Those TVA motherfuckers, I hate the IBEW. I worked in that shit and I cannot do that shit for a living. It's like,
I don't work with IBEW. I mean, I work with IBEW.
I'm
guys.
talking about union construction and shit like that. I like going to work. I don't know about you. I like, whenever I'm at work, I like working. Like, I like to.
You need something to do.
Does it not give you
A
pride?
sense of anxiety when
No.
you don't have anything to do?
Like a sense of pride at the end of your day, like whenever you actually fucking worked your ass off and got something done.
Yeah.
You're like, I fucking worked my ass off today. I can go home and feel fucking good about myself.
I can wake up on a Saturday and clean the bathroom and get that feeling.
Working in the union, whenever I was a union electrician, these motherfuckers are always like, you're going to work yourself out. Because I'd go in there and I'd work my fucking ass off and they'd get pissed at me.
Yeah.
These journeymen, they'd be like,
Slow down. We get paid by the hour.
yeah, shit like that.
Yeah.
I hear that shit, dude. It makes me want to fucking murder somebody. I'm like, dude, get that shit away from me. And everybody was like, "Why did you quit working with IBW?" There's a fucking laundry list, but the main thing was slow down. We get paid by the fucking hour. That ain't me, dude. I like going to work and I like fucking working. And you had to take like 3 breaks a day, shit like that. I'm like, dude,
9:15, noon, and 2:15.
I hate that, dude. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing just sitting around here? I know I'm getting paid, but motherfucker, it makes the day go by so much slower. And which is why I think I love where I work now is I get paid by the day, right?
Yeah.
So my job is take this truck. You're going to get paid no matter how many hours you work today. Take this truck, run your shit, go home. I don't take a fucking break. I eat while I'm driving, fucking all that shit. And I'm doing something the entire day, listening to podcasts, watching videos, shit like that. The whole fucking day, talking on the phone. I don't have to stop. And you can get off as early as you fucking want to. Because there's some days where you show up hungover, you're going to fucking be out there for a minute. It's going to take a minute. But then there's some days where you fucking get a good night's rest. You show up to that motherfucker and like yesterday, I didn't drink Friday or yesterday. So this is my first drink in 2 days. But I didn't drink Friday night. I showed up Saturday. I got off work at fucking 1:45. Ran 132 stops, 145. I'm like, full day's pay, 145. Damn. I mean, this is the fucking what I need right here. Then today was ass. I had 2 whole routes because it was Sunday. I sent you a picture of my truck too, and that was 2 whole routes. That was Lee Highway and fucking
The
McKee.
fucker was loaded.
It was Lee Highway and McKee. 2 fucking whole routes. I drove like 97 miles today, just on route. And I had like 6 stops in Appleton, Tennessee, like for this like apartment complexes. I was like, what the fuck? Because we have so little stops on Sunday that your shit is just spread.
Some of them are clustered out and just far away as hell.
Spread the fuck out from one end to the fucking other. You're going into every fucking neighborhood in Noodlewall on one side of the fucking interstate. That shit was ass today. I had less stops today and got off later than I did yesterday because my route was smaller yesterday, but I had more stops. Today was just more drive time. I was just straight up driving every fucking stop. I 27 that shit. I wasn't going up the mountain for 1 bag. I'm sorry for whoever lives up there. You didn't have shit. Ain't coming till Tuesday. Sorry. And one more on Spalding. It's underneath that bridge that they're building on Appleton Pike where you got to go down.
Yeah.
You got to go down that hole all the way to the fucking back. I just went, nah. I just took a left. I ain't going down. Yeah.
Not doing it.
I skipped that shit. I went, damn, I'm already driving way too fucking much today.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Better man than I don't think I could drive for a living.
Working at FedEx has taught me more about life than any other job I've ever fucking worked for. I worked in the union. It taught me a little bit about some of the laziest motherfuckers you'll ever meet, dude. And then working at Fazoli's, I had no clue what was going on there because I probably wasn't even conscious yet.
No, we were not conscious working at Fazoli's. We were eating breadsticks with Alfredo sauce every day.
Yes. Working at Papa John's, that's whenever
God, I remember you working at Papa John's.
Right after I got fired from Fazoli's for dropping that lady's ravioli
and
on
then
the floor,
putting it right back in the food. Yeah.
After I got fired from there, I worked at Papa John's, and I was like, I wonder if this works. Here's the thing where I think I got my work ethic from. I think this is how I figured out how it works. I was like, I wonder, because after I got fired, I was like, I wonder what happens if I just go in here and just work my ass off. And it turns out everybody loves you if you just go work your fucking ass off. And I was like, damn, so that shit actually works. And then working at Golden Corral was a different beast. Waiting on tables, that shit was just drama every fucking where. But I think it was because it was me, Crease, and like Jason and one other dude with like 20 women. And it was just, working in that job was the most drama I'd ever fucking seen in any job in my life. You just got to sit there and witness how women work together. I don't think women having jobs is wild. whenever you work in like an environment like that.
That's populated primarily by women.
Dude, it's crazy how much drama goes on there. You're like, if you say one thing to like somebody, here's a perfect example. Like you say something to somebody that's just like a joke or some shit, and then it turns into just a blown out of proportion.
A week's worth of somebody
And you're
saying
just-
something petty to you.
And you're just sitting there like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very. But I made good money doing that for being like 16.
Oh, I bet. I couldn't do it. I hated food service. Fazoli's killed me. Like being a busboy at Fazoli's, that was terrible.
It was good for you though. It was a learning
It
experience.
taught me a lot, but
Yeah.
I fucking hated it.
Dude, that Ace Hardware job was probably sick. You probably didn't have to do shit.
I did a lot at Ace.
What did you do?
There- I
Like
mean, it
stock
was-
shelves, all that shit?
Well, I mean, on delivery days, like Thursdays and Thursdays. Was it Thursdays? I
Were you
it was
cashier ever or no?
No. They only hire women to do the cashiers, believe it or not.
Makes
I don't know.
sense.
The ACE formula is to hire a good-looking teenage girl to be the cashier.
Solid
I
move.
don't, that's like the formula in every one of their stores.
That's honestly a solid move.
Yeah, so that's a common theme. Any ACE you go to, there's going to be a pretty little teenage girl at the counter. It's just the way it goes. I'm not really sure why, but apparently it works.
Jailbaiting, dude. The
I
geezers
guess,
coming in
yeah.
there buying their tools.
But I did a lot as far as like working with the public, constantly having to like take somebody to the part or whatever that they needed, whatever they were looking for. What are you fixing? This is how you fix it. Don't do it this way. Do it that way. Like I got in several arguments with people that were like, "Well, I don't think that your way is the best way to do this." Well, I'm just telling you that the way that you're planning on doing it's not going to work. This is what you're going to need to fix. So it taught me a lot about like, how to take care of a house, how to do a project for a contractor, like how to pour concrete, how to replumb a house.
Y'all probably had like a bunch of, during the summer, I bet y'all had a bunch of landscapers coming. Just
There was tons
Buy
of
all that
landscapers
shit.
contractors that would come in and say, "Hey,
Oh, would you be out back like loading all the shit
well,
on people's
no,
trailers?
I would
and
just
shit?
be like standing somewhere in the store helping somebody and over the earpiece because we all have to wear a little radio earpiece in our ear."
My FedEx deliveries, whenever I worked on Lee Highway at Ace, y'all ordered so much of the weed eaters, the blowers,
Yeah.
and all that shit.
That shit's constantly coming in.
They would send a fucking dude out back, and I'd just be launching all that shit on the dock. It'd be
Yeah.
like 20 of them. Just
It's constant and never ends.
how many people need weed eaters and blowers?
It's
like
nuts.
unlimited.
It's
dude.
nuts how many people. I can remember servicing chainsaws and somebody's buying a new one. All right, you got to take that motherfucker in the shop. You need to fix the blade, fix everything on it, fix your chain, tighten everything up, put fuel in it, make sure it runs, start it, run it, do the thing. Okay, now you can have it. Because you got to make sure it works before you give it to them.
Yeah.
And then I would be like right in the middle of readjusting a chainsaw chain, like doing my thing, helping somebody. We need 60 bags of mulch loaded over here in the landscaping area. Motherfucker, 60 bags? Are you serious?
Beast.
So I just, get the chainsaw finished, hand it to the customer, say, take that to the counter. Here's your ticket. Here's all this. Here's your warranty information, blah, 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 blah. Go out in the parking lot, blazing asphalt, middle of the summer, and load 60 bags of just 50-pound mulch. And then go back inside the store and act like you're not sweating.
You know what's one good thing about? I worked some construction. Like I was a electrician apprentice for like 2 years, and then I done gutters. But like construction, you learn like little tricks every fucking where. Like
Construction
how
will
to do
teach
shit.
you how to get along with people.
It'll teach you. I'm talking about like how to build tables like this, and like how to do like regular household shit where you're like, oh, I can do that. And then I've heard recently there's some dudes that are like our age, they wouldn't know how to put this table together.
There are people in our generation that don't even know how to change the oil in their fucking car.
Dude.
There's people older than us that don't even know how to change the oil in their fucking car.
Because the one I heard recently was this dude Brett. he's married to this chick Haley, and they had to call Danny over. He's like 40 to come hang their fucking swing to their because they bought a hanging swing. He's like probably like 28. Didn't know how to hang a fucking swing from somebody's fucking roof. And you know what's worked for me too? Because I still have like all my tools from whenever I done construction. I got the drill. I've got all this shit. Denisha hits me up. Hey, can you come hang this? And look, women love shit like that too. Can you come hang the TV on the wall for my daughter? It's in her daughter's room. No problem. Literally, and plus, since I already got the tools for it, I'm just gonna stud finder. Literally, you want it right here, and it's gonna take probably 2 minutes.
Put the mounts on. Put them in the studs.
And then
put the TV on the mount.
Luckily, I got that drill. That Milwaukee dude, that motherfucker just and then I'm like, 2 minutes, ta-da!
Yeah. Now your mount's on the
And
wall,
then her
and you
pussy
just hook it to the TV.
And then her pussy just drips down to the floor. And it's like, yeah, my retarded ass, dude, knows how to fucking go with a fucking stud finder, and they think that's like magic or something.
And in reality, it's not. It's just having common sense.
Yeah, basically
having common sense. You know how this shit
but
works.
how do some dudes not know that shit?
I don't know.
I can't really say shit because I work construction a little bit, so like I'm glad. Looking back, I'm glad I done that electrician shit, and I'm glad I done that gutter shit for like basically 4 years of my life, because it got me to where you were able to do basic shit, but you can also figure out some pretty complicated shit like construction based. So if you need anything like hanging a ceiling fan, like basically household shit, I'm always going to have that for the rest of my life, just because I worked like probably like 4 or 5 years.
You developed a set of skills that allowed you to kind of figure out what you needed to accomplish a certain task.
Like
even if something is putting a light switch in.
Yeah,
like
just putting a light switch in.
I replaced all of the outlets in this house.
Yeah.
And knowing, go in there, turn the fucking breaker off. You know how the electrical outlets are wired up. You know what side goes to what. You know where the ground goes.
Black, white, green.
You know how to put it back in the fucking box. Like, just being able to know that stuff.
And it really is just common sense.
You just need a general foundation on your education.
And one thing I learned from gutters is if you have one of those Milwaukee drills with the it's not like the actual drill where you got to hold the thing and
it's impact.
Yeah, if you have an impact and you have like the whole set of shit with it, you can make everything go by like that, dude.
An impact will run a self-tapping screw
through anything
fast as shit, and through just about anything except stainless steel.
Dude, this shit's gonna make you fucking go crazy. But the other day, just because I wanted it, and just because she asked me to hang that TV, and I went and got my old drill out, and I went and got like my old like set of like the impact shit and like my toolbox and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to fucking Home Depot. I'm going to take care of myself. I bought one of those Milwaukee impact sets that has like every fucking thing in it. And I went, dude, this shit is sick. I even got like the...
Yes,
I went, dude, I can do anything. I got the drills. I got the drill bits. I got the fucking... and then I bought an extra pack.
Drill bits, socket sets, extensions.
I got all that, like the star heads, all that shit. And then I bought the separate pack of the socket sets with like all the fucking sizes in it too. For that one, I just spoiled myself. I'm going to be able to literally do anything with any type of fucking drill, all that shit. And I went ahead and bought a fucking stud finder because I needed one for years.
Yeah. That's one thing I don't have is a stud finder. You know what the best stud finder... In a sheetrock house.
I've always been like, I can just feel it through the wall.
Yes.
But I'm like, dude, I'll just go ahead and buy one just to be sure.
I want one for that exact same feeling. Like you know what? Like maybe my knuckle is not the best stud finder.
Because you know it's soft, and then you know whenever you find one, it's hard.
Yes. Everything in this room is hung off of my knuckle.
And everything should be what, 12 inches apart or 16?
16
Everything
is
should
standard
be-
house code for house studs.
And
is
you're like,
16
so you
inches.
could go from that wall, and everything should be 16 inches apart
Yes,
all the way
you
over.
have a stud around your door frame, 16 inches from that, where right there where that little seam is going through the picture. That's
And
there
see,
you go.
that's what I always thought. I'm like, man, but I don't want to look like a retard with a fucking tape measure, fucking 16, 16, 16, 16.
Yeah, and hoping you get it right, and hoping that the contractors that built the house followed code.
Exactly.
And blah blah
And then-
blah blah blah.
And then you go 16, 16, 16, and then you fill the wall with your knuckle, and you go,
That's
Oh.
not a stud. Yeah. Yeah, no, been there, done that. But I hung all these shelves right here with all this shit on it with my knuckle. But that's because I know for a fact that they followed the 16-inch stud code because my dad was the one that watched them build it. And he told me. So as long as you just have the knowledge and doing something as
and a
simple
lot of it
as
is common sense too.
yeah, you do something as simple as construction could be. There are some jobs in construction that are really simple, and
Like
there are
gutters.
some jobs in construction that are really difficult.
But here's the thing: those simple jobs sometimes come with you got to do some.
They teach you everything you need to know.
Like whenever I was doing gutters, there's sometimes where you gotta do some-
Improvise.
like you gotta oh wow, we're gonna have to do something different
Like,
here.
yeah,
Let's see
we're
what
going to
we're
have to
do.
add something or take something away.
But being an
or-
electrician, that taught me a lot because in my 2 years working for Nabco on the job, we done a lot of shit. Like the airport shit, we done a lot of like light switches, ceiling fans, all
Yeah.
exit signs, all shit like that for electricity. And then gutters taught me a lot about because a lot of people's houses, if you take their gutters, we would do their wood too sometimes, like their facial board. And some people just be like, okay, and just let us do it, and then literally just spray paint it with like the white paint or whatever after. So we'd always have like boards with us and shit,
Yeah.
like that shit too. Because some of these people's houses, you take their gutters off, and that shit is, dude, your crowbar, like getting underneath the gutter and trying to take it off. Dude, that facial board will it's
Just
so,
turn to powder.
yeah, it's so
Yeah.
wet and so logged up.
Yeah.
It just goes right through,
It's
and you're
just
like,
mush.
oh shit,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just literally mush. And you're like, damn. And then you got to replace that shit, and then I was like, damn. Some of these people's houses, you're like, dude, they don't take care
Yeah.
of shit,
Well, just being around
or it's just so old that it just got waterlogged
Yeah.
and just got wrecked.
being around that type of environment,
It-
working
it-
with tools and working with your hands.
It
that's
keeps
huge.
it gives you a set of skills you're going to have for the rest of your life. And that's what pisses me off about this generation. There's a lot of dudes and to me, you can say I'm fucking an asshole all you want. You should know how to mount something on a wall. You should be able to know how to change the oil in your car. You should be able to know how to put shelves on the wall. You should know how to build this fucking table.
Yeah.
You should be able to know how to do that. If you're a grown ass man, that's our age.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
It's like, look, you wouldn't think I'd be able to do it, but because I drive a truck, but I've done shit in the past. You're supposed to have like no. That might sound old school, what I'm saying right now. Like you're supposed to know how to fucking do a little bit of construction shit, but I think it's true. You're supposed to know how to do shit.
I know how to put a P-trap in a sink. I'm not a plumber. I know how to change the oil in my truck. I'm not a mechanic.
Yeah,
I know how to change an electrical outlet in my house. I'm not an electrician.
yeah.
I know how to mow my grass. I'm not a landscaper. None of those are my career. None of those are my passion. None of that, but I know how to do it.
Do you ever feel disrespect towards somebody that pays a landscaper to do their lawn? And they're a grown ass man, dude. Because I look at somebody like that and I'm like, dude,
Than you can imagine.
when I lived at Post Oak, it took me probably 2 hours. I didn't have a riding lawn mower, dude. I would get that fucking Honda fucking push mower, and I would push mow that fucking almost acre of goddamn land out there took two. Dude, it nearly killed me.
I spent a lot of my life, mainly in my teenage years, when my dad was mowing and taking care of the place. He was doing the bush hogging, the mowing, the weed eating. And then I started taking over the weed eating, going out there with the little and getting what the mower couldn't get. I did that. I was scared to death of a riding lawnmower. I didn't want to get on it. I had no interest in mowing the grass. I figured I was going to fuck it up.
It is scary when you're like...
I didn't want to mow the grass wrong because I knew I was going to be out there doing loops around the freaking yard and my dad's going to be standing at the front door going, he ain't mowing that the way that I want it to be mowed.
But plus, I hear something about dads, too, about mowing the lawn. They don't want nobody else touching their shit. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
My dad, I've asked him. I was like, dude, I'll push mow your fucking yard. He's like, no.
Yeah.
He'll go out there on that fucking John Deere. He will refuse to let me mow his yard. He's like, you're not doing that.
I have a perfect.
He was sitting there. He'll get on that fucking John Deere, dude, and he'll put a Michelob Light right here. No shirt on in a bathing suit. Seriously. No shirt on, bathing suit. It's like 97 degrees outside. And just ride. Look, dude. No, just back and forth. Across the fucking yard. And I'm like, I offer to fucking mow the yard. And the motherfucker says, you can't do it. You wouldn't be able to do it right.
You don't understand how it needs to be done. This is the perfect meme. I sent this to my dad. You're doing it wrong.
I had this shit happen to me one time.
You're doing it wrong.
Whenever I was like 6, it scarred me. I was like 6. We're sitting there looking inside the hood of that blue Durango.
Yeah.
Because something was fucked up in there. And he's sitting there trying to fuck with it, trying to figure something out with it. He's like, hold the light. And I literally had the whole hold the light situation happen to me. He's like, not right there. What the fuck? I'm like, dude.
Is that where my hands are? Are you serious?
And then he'll move my arm like this to like where the light needs to be. I don't move. And he's like, not right there, dude. What?
Yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
And see, that teaches you now in life, like at least for me, like if I'm working with somebody and they're up in a ceiling or in a dark space or doing something, I just watch what they're doing and move the light accordingly.
Yeah.
You pay attention to that. You pay attention. Oh, hey, they're gonna need light here. They're moving now. I move the light and I see what they're working on. So now I adjust accordingly. So even as negative as that was, it taught you something.
Yeah.
You pay attention to
I
what
still don't
other people are
understand the
doing.
whole fucking yard shit.
I don't know.
Why don't dads want you to touch their yard for?
Well, I think that just comes with what's the word I'm looking for?
Being like a homeowner?
I guess like location, I guess, because y'all don't have a lot of yard, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you don't have a lot, so it's not a lot for your dad to maintain. He can go out there and get it done and cut it the way he needs to. He knows he wants to look. And it's done. It's quick. It doesn't take him that long.
I wonder
if does it.
I wonder if dads enjoy that shit. I bet you I would enjoy.
Have you ever mowed the yard like on a riding mower?
Not on a riding mower. I've only push mowed and it was hell. And I push mowed for like a year and a half straight at Post Oak whenever I lived there, and it was hell because I was push mowing and that motherfucker didn't have that Honda didn't have
yeah. They made it without the
booster.
The brake. Yeah, the auto.
Yeah,
You pull the bar down and it would just move and you just walk.
I was out there, dude. You've never. I'm no shirt.
Auto drive.
I was in gym shorts and just tennis shoes, and my whole body was just pouring sweat. And I had those Beats headphones on, just barely fucking surviving out there. And it was like an acre of fucking land doing that shit. I was like, God damn, that shit nearly fucking killed me.
I've got to mow tomorrow. And I'm going to tell you what.
Sitting on, but I already told you, I went and sat on that tractor whenever it was sitting out there, and I was like, "Yeah, this is it. I could do this for the rest of my life. Go outside, sit on a tractor, and go down plow the fields, dude. I could do that shit for
I
forever."
gotta mow tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it.
Do you put headphones in and everything and just
Yes.
get a beer on your
Toss
damn
my
holster?
headphones on. I'll be 2-3 beers deep already. Have one in the cup holder. Go out there and just.
I noticed my dad does that shit too. He goes out there and he'll go slow as fuck. Just
You're making your lines good. You're mowing. You're making sure every blade gets cut. And it's almost therapeutic.
And my mother, I remember whenever I was younger, my mother would be like, "Your dad has been out there mowing the yard for like 2.5 hours." And I'm like, and our yard, our yard ain't that big.
Yeah.
And he's just out there. He I don't know why I don't know what he's doing out there. I don't know if he's going over it 2 or 3 times. He's just out there
He's sitting on the seat, steering that wheel, holding his beer. And he is just happy as can be, thinking about life. Just solving all of his problems in his head.
And it's probably sick because you're like, damn, I own this shit. I'm mowing the yard.
It's therapeutic as hell. I never would have thought. Because I was always scared of like a mower. Like I didn't want to mow the yard. I don't like machines. I don't like machinery. I can drive a truck. I don't like a mower or a tractor or anything. I'm scared of that kind of stuff. And then as I grew up, I started taking care of my own grass. My dad moved out and he's not mowing grass anymore. I got motherfucking grass. Get on that mower.
Do you mow both of these?
Both what?
This one and that one?
From the ditch out here all the way out. I mow everything from
Oh,
this
so
side
your
of the
dad
ditch.
still mows that up there?
He mows the hillside. And we kind of alternate who mows the field out there where we were riding that little Honda 50. We kind of alternate. I'll mow it. Like if I'm out there mowing and I see that it needs to be mowed, I'll go out there and mow it. And then without fail, every single time he texts me, "Thank you so much for mowing that field." Because then all he has to do is mow the hillside where his house is at. So I kind of look forward to when the field needs to be mowed, because then I get to extend my little.
And then deep down, he's probably like, "Damn it, Jesse mowed the fucking field."
Yeah. Because he didn't get to experience the mower. Because you go out there and you just get to sit and think and watch the grass get mowed, and it's satisfying to see the grass, every lane you make, everything's nice and pretty again, and you get to sit there and think about yourself and your life, and it's therapeutic.
Yeah.
It's therapeutic to go out there and just
See,
ride on the mower and mow the yard.
Honestly, this goes the weave all the way back to, damn, I need to buy a fucking house, because what we were talking about financially earlier, I would be just fine if I bought like a cheap, like what, 2-3 bedroom house in like Rossville, East Ridge or something, and I'd still have all that money left over. And I was just talking to you, dude, I could do that shit. It might hurt a little bit in the beginning.
It's going to sting. You're going to get it. You're going to absolutely have to get used to the new budget. But
Yeah.
having your own place, and you already know, you've already gotten a taste of it.
Yeah.
You've already gotten a taste of it.
I
from
didn't
living over
like-
on Post Oak.
I did not. That's the thing. That's what I was. I'm glad I done that. Living at Post Oak, because I don't want to live all the way out there. And that's closer to my shit. Like,
You're 2 miles from town. What do you mean?
I'm not living all the way out there. I see. I'm different from you in that.
You go
perspective.
out Post Oak Driveway and take a left. You're in Fort O in 2 fucking miles.
You
What
gotta-
do you mean?
You got to think. Where have I lived my whole childhood and my whole life?
200 yards from a Papa John's.
In the middle. I've lived in the middle of
Fort
of
Oglethorpe.
town.
Yeah.
I'm 1 minute away from Chick-fil-A.
You're literally 1 minute from everything. You can be at Home Depot in a minute and a half.
That's why I can't do it.
Dude.
I can't do it.
It's the best thing you'll ever do.
No, it wasn't.
You move
I've
out-
tried it. I've tried it, and
But you ain't tried it now.
it's not for me, dude. Because look, I went and done it whenever I was like 20, 21. No, I moved out at like 18.
Yeah, you were. Yeah,
I moved out at 18.
it was right after high school. You were over there.
COVID, I moved back. So that was, I lived about 2 years on my own. COVID, I went DEFCON 1. We're moving back to home base.
Going back to home base.
Shit hit the fan out here. Solid move by me, honestly.
It was a good move. Very good timing. I'll give you that.
And then, man,
There I was buying a house, having a kid.
you had to bite the fucking bullet.
Yeah.
I fucking just said, pack it up, guys. We're headed home. And then been there ever since. But I cannot do it. I like living. I have to travel the same streets every day. Like, I have to be able to be close. If I could buy the house in my, if there was a house to buy in my neighborhood, I would buy it. I would.
Better man than I. Better man than my own wife. 'Cause you know what our goal is? To be as far away from everything.
They just
Grow our
in-
own food.
Yeah.
Out in the middle of the woods. Not have to go to the store every weekend. No more going through a drive. I ain't been through a drive-through, and I couldn't tell you.
Here's
how long.
my kicker. I have the thing. I cannot live away from my family. I was thinking about buying a house in Ottawa about a year ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, I cannot be that far away from my family. I like being in the close proximity to where my family lives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to live out like that far. I want to be like in the line to where I like know everybody's around and I can go to any of them at any time.
Yeah.
And so the places I've been thinking about were, because I'm trying to evade taxes. East Ridge, like right on the fucking line,
Right on the line. Yeah.
of like Fordo and
Yeah.
Rossville, like right there where the flea market is.
Get away from that income tax base you can.
Right there where the flea market is. You know,
yeah. With the Wendy's in the parking lot.
You get off the
Over by Bass Pro.
East Ridge exit where like Twin Peaks and
Bass Pro and
Bass
all that
Pro,
Chick-fil-A and all that
Chick-fil-A.
stuff. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Right there would be perfect, and I'm tax evading, and I'm right there on the line. I hit Cloud Springs Road. You're fucking.
My very first home. Very first. I was an infant. Get to the East Ridge exit. Take a left.
Mm-hmm.
Avoid Chick-fil-A and Bass Pro and all that. Take a left.
And Cloud Springs Road's like right there.
Go out that way. We lived on a road called Vero Beach. That when I was a kid. It was just a little old tiny block. Every house damn near looked the exact same.
I'll go buy your infant home, dude. You gotta live in it.
Do it.
And I'll go.
Somebody
Jesse.
bought it, rebuilt it, redid the yard, redid the
And I'll go,
driveway.
Jesse, you have to
it's-
come visit this home out here that I'm living in.
My mom loved it. It was a tiny little house, but
That's all a man needs, like me.
It was one of those little small houses that felt really roomy on the inside. That's the way they've always described it to me, because obviously I don't remember it. I was an infant. I didn't know what was going on. But they've always described it to me as being like, it looked small from the outside, but when she got inside, it was comfy. It was, everything was fine. My mom misses that house.
And here's the thing about you wouldn't get, nothing feels like home. This has been your home. If you moved out of here, it would fuck with you.
It would.
Because I moved out to Post Oak, and it was not home to me.
Yeah. I've lived in this house since 2007.
I lived out at Post Oak for 2 years, and I never felt at home.
No.
I was like, this is not home to me. And I think even if I moved to like East Ridge or something, I would be like, this is still not home to me, but I'm close. But if I were to ever see, here's the thing in my mind, I'm like, it almost has to be like Fort O. You know what I'm saying? Just because I would be like, I'm home. I don't know what it is, but it just feels like that.
you've lived a lot closer to town. Essentially, that's what we call it out here. We're going to
Fordo.
town. We're going to town.
Yeah.
Like
I
we're
live
out here in
in
the middle of
town.
sticks. We're going to town.
I live in town.
You
to
live
y'all.
in town. You live right there where everything's happening. It's
Yeah.
constantly town.
Have you ever took your dad? Oh, your dad probably hates fucking Ooltewah then, and Collegedale and the college and all that shit.
Bro, we don't even like going to fucking Walmart.
Dude, just take him to the mall.
We don't.
Yeah.
We just don't. We don't enjoy being in town. We just don't.
Yeah.
It's not. Absolutely. The more I can avoid people, the better.
Yeah.
Essentially, like I don't have any interest. I hate going to the mall.
I have that thing too where, because me and Denisha went to the mall the other day after our date, and she's one of those that likes walking around, looking at everything, all that shit.
No.
I sat there and took it, but like I'm from in town. I sat there and took it. I'm one of those dudes where like if I need to buy something like that USB, the beer,
I'm here for something specific.
That-
I'm gonna get that, and I'm gone.
the USB and that beer. I walked into fucking Walmart. USB, beer, gone. Out
Gone.
the fucking.
That's
out
all
the
you were
fucking
there
door.
for. That's all
Yeah.
you need to
I'm
be.
not here to fucking look around.
Yeah, I'm not here to gallivant.
Yeah. Even Denisha asked me, she's like, "Are you not going to look around?" And I was like, "I don't need anything."
Yeah, there's nothing here that I'm looking for.
I was like, I don't
there's
need
nothing.
anything.
So exactly that same feeling is the feeling that is just normal to me. Like
And
I'm
here's
not
what-
going to go to the store unless I absolutely have to go to the
And
store.
do you
to
have
get
this
something.
fucked up thing too? A lot of the clothes that you have are either hand-me-downs or it's like something that somebody else bought for you.
I have most of my wardrobe is hand-me-down clothes.
Or it's like something else that somebody bought for you.
I have bought in my life. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of boots. 4 pairs of boots. Now
Yeah.
boots are very important to me.
Yeah,
because
shoes are different for me too because if I'm going to buy shoes, I'm like, okay, I need these.
I own right now at this very moment probably 16 pairs of boots. I've bought 4. They've all been hand-me-downs. I don't buy shoes. I don't buy clothes.
I don't either.
This shirt that I'm wearing right now, my dad bought for me.
And my socks,
These
I don't
pants
buy these.
right here that I got right here, 5-finger discount from the Ace Hardware.
Dude,
Sorry, Ace Hardware.
I'm
I
telling
walked
you,
out of the store with they were pants, and then I cut them into shorts.
I'm telling you, I don't buy. I didn't buy this shirt. These pants are work pants. I didn't buy these socks. I did buy the shoes though. That's it.
I just bought,
And then I get shit on for, because once my new pair of socks that get bought for me start going, I don't buy new ones until somebody's like literally. I think the people like my dad and shit that live with me are probably like, he needs new socks. He's not going to buy them, so. I guess we're just gonna have to buy him some and give them to him because I think that for my retarded brain is just like, you're not gonna see that there's huge holes in my socks because I'm wearing shoes, so I don't care that my socks look like this, and then I don't care that my underwear looks like this, and then some of my shirts.
I'm wearing a pair of underwear right now. It's got 4 fucking holes in them.
And then some of my shirts, start getting holes in them and shit, and I'll keep wearing them. And then I get new shirts. I'm like, damn. Because there's something in my head, I don't know what it is, where it's like, I don't want anything.
I don't want to buy clothes.
I don't want to buy clothes, but then again, it's like, I'm literally just fine the way it is. I don't care how I
I don't
look.
care.
And I think that's what separates us, but our generation is kind of different about it too.
Our generation is very mixed.
With how this shit goes, it's like, I honestly don't care how I
Some
look.
of us don't care, and some of us care a lot.
Yeah. Because I'll tell you right now, I honestly don't give a fuck what my clothes look like. None of that shit. I could be walking
I'm
around.
still wearing blue jeans from high school.
Yeah.
Like, I've not really grown much since high school. I've not really changed much.
And then I noticed this recently, which is probably why I brought it up, because I've been having to go on a bunch of dates recently.
yeah.
I don't have a bunch of clothes to wear to dates. I had to fucking go to Marshall's And this is a perfect example. And because I was taking her and her kid out to on a date and shit, I had to go in there because I didn't have any khaki shorts.
I don't have nice clothes.
I didn't have any nice clothes,
Yeah,
dude.
I don't have
had to,
nice clothes.
I had to go to Marshall's. I was like, okay, I can wear. I have a couple T-shirts I can wear.
Yeah.
They're like decently nice. I had to go to Marshall's because I didn't have any like nice shorts to wear out, and my shoes got holes in them and shit already. I need to buy fucking new shoes, but I ain't done it yet. And I got 2 busted tires on these. The same ones I still
Go
told you.
get you a pair of Hey Dudes at Bass Pro right now. They're on sale for $35.
And then I had to go into Marshall's before, literally the day of our date, because I'm a fucking massive procrastinator.
Oh yeah.
Day of our date, I ran home after work, fucking went to Marshall's down there by fucking Walmart,
Yeah.
Ran in there quick, got 2 34 sized fucking, I got a pair of khaki shorts, navy shorts. I went, this shit's going to last me for at least a decade. So we're good. Because I'm going to wear them probably a total of 16 times over the next decade.
Yeah.
And I'm good. It's like, don't worry. Now I put like a piece in my brain where it's like, damn, I got shorts now. Well, I got 2 pairs of shorts. I can wear them with anything. So I'm good on that.
I don't leave the house. Well,
You are a massive pants wearer.
I wear pants. That's just
your daddy was the same fucking way though.
yeah. Yeah, I wear pants. Like it's just the way that
I'm opposite of my sister and my dad, by the way. My dad likes getting dressed up and wearing nice ass shit.
I used to go to the doggone Megastore. Like when Grayson was living here. Be like, hey, you want to get some beers from the Megastore? Yeah, I'll go to the Megastore. I'd go in there and put on my nicest pair of blue jeans, one of my cleanest white T-shirts, put a flannel on, button up flannel, and go to the Megastore. Just to go to the fucking my cowboy hat and everything. I'd get all gussied up to go just about anywhere. And then I got to the point where it was like,
No, I'm talking about he's one of those dudes that likes getting dressed up, like getting nice shorts, nice shirt, collared shirt, all that shit, and like going out and doing shit.
yeah.
I don't. And then you were talking about that, like just to go to the Megastore. My whole life, I've been a big sweatpants, sports shorts, like the athletic shorts or whatever, just
Yeah.
T-shirt everywhere.
It's taken me until this point in my life to realize, like today I went to the Megastore in this. Just a T-shirt and shorts, my Hey Dudes, no socks. No socks. I'm not wearing any socks. Don't care. Just went out, need to grab some beers. Doesn't bother me. I know everybody down there. They all know me.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Can I have another one?
Yeah.
Hell, I don't think there's any of them left.
But yeah, I don't buy clothes. Like my most comfortable pair of sweatpants that I own, I got 2 pairs. I bought them from the fucking Dollar General.
Dude, and I'm pissed because my Reeboks, those black Reeboks, my black Reeboks were over here a couple times. They got, because I've dug in my ass my whole fucking life. There's holes all in the fucking ass. I'm like, damn, dude, these are my nicest pair of sweatpants, dude. Fuck.
Yeah.
And then my sister bought me some new ones because I didn't even ask for them. They just showed up at my house. Like I told you, because I'll keep wearing that shit with holes all in them. I'll just wore those gym shorts. So to fix the problem that I had with those sweatpants, I wore black gym shorts underneath those sweatpants just because I didn't give a fuck. And I was like, I'll just wear these. And then with the holes still all in the fucking back of them. So I guarantee you everywhere I went with those, I'll probably still wear them again. I don't give a fuck.
Doesn't matter.
And those people will be like, damn, dude, this dude's a fucking crackhead. He's got holes all in his fucking pants and shit. I don't give a fuck.
I've got socks in my basket.
But then again, I'm thinking right now, and I'm like, a lot of my clothes that I got are so fucked up. I think if I hard reset, like my wardrobe, like get all new Reebok sweatpants, all this shit, it's going to last me for another at least 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm about to break down and do something that I would never do and go out and just go, okay, Hagen, hard reset, get rid of all this bullshit you got, buy all new shit, and then this shit will last you for the next 10 years. You're good.
I tell you what's been hanging me up in the closet, metaphorically. Grayson, motherfucker went out and started looking for U.S. made shit, good quality clothing material, everything that was local made, just expensive as fuck. Don't get me wrong, expensive as fuck. But he's buying all this good quality stuff, replacing his wardrobe. He took all of the bullshit out and started putting in good quality, long-lasting materials, good quality shirts, good quality pants, good quality boots, socks, everything. That way he doesn't have to replace it in 6 months.
Yeah.
So he's been buying all this really good stuff.
And then I think also,
But God, you pay out the ass for that kind of stuff.
I'm getting hit right now too with another mind-boggling thing that's hitting me. I think I'm getting hit with black girlfriend syndrome,
Oh no.
because they like you. They like you looking good as fuck. And I think deep down in my subconscious, see that's like my stereotype of like black girls always want you to look good.
Do not conform.
But I'm saying deep down, I do need all new shit. And then secondly, black girlfriend. So I need to look good, but also I need.
Why? I wouldn't even bring color or race into the situation.
It's a fact.
You want to look good for your woman.
Yeah.
If your
that's
woman
true.
thinks you look good in something, you look good in that.
That's why I went and
Then you go and you
I immediately went and bought those fucking khakis and fucking shit.
yeah,
Just
you
for
go
that
and
shit.
you buy the stuff that you know she's gonna like because she wants to see you in it.
But then again, here's the stereotype, which is true. Black girls like
The
you looking.
the culture.
They like you looking better.
No,
They want you to
look
be
all
dressed up.
spiffied up.
Yeah, they want you to look good.
Yeah, they want
And
you
honestly,
to
I
look
like looking fucking. You do feel good. You do feel good if you look good, and if you got some nice ass fucking clothes
good. See,
on.
that's my problem. Is I don't know what looks good.
That's the same.
I don't
see,
have a style.
You
I
know
don't
what I
have a-
do? A lot of my style is I look at like what either Drake's wearing or like fucking Morgan Wallen's wearing, like somebody famous that's like got
Morgan
all,
Wallen is the bane of the United States. What do you mean?
I like Morgan Wallen. He's a beast.
Okay.
He's most of my wardrobe is based on like, okay, Drake's wearing this shit, like, and I'll go, okay, I'm gonna go buy something similar, and then I'll be like, and then it just works. Basically, that's what my whole life has been: sweatpants and a t-shirt, and then it's just worked.
That blows me the fuck away.
That's all.
It honestly does. It's just like I've been wearing blue jeans and whatever fucking t-shirt I find. Like
yeah. And I just
it could
I've-
be dirty.
I
don't
straight up
care.
just went sweatpants, t-shirt, good.
I won't leave the house in sweatpants. I refuse to leave the house in sweatpants.
You ain't from town though, dude.
I'm not from town. Exactly. Like my sweatpants are my home clothes.
I told you, and this is a perfect example. Going to town is a fucking a fucking
It's an adventure for us.
exact. That's what I'm saying. That's why I have to live there because I'm not. I told you I lived at Post Oak. I can't do it.
Yeah. No, I completely understand. I honestly I do because it's like
That's probably why I can wear sweatpants anywhere I fucking go.
and be comfortable
it's
and just
because
do it. and
it's because it's like I already live here.
this is normal. I'm
Yeah.
not very far from my house.
Yeah, it's like my house is right there. I live here, basically.
Yeah.
And you're probably like, damn, I live way the fuck out.
I need to get dressed. I need to get dressed just to go to like the fucking dollar store. Like, okay, like today I was in my sweatpants, long sleeve shirt. I was cleaning the house, doing my shit.
Don't tell me you changed clothes and went out and went somewhere.
I did.
Wild.
I did. I went in there. I was like, man, I want some light beers. I want some bushes.
Did you take a shower and everything?
No, I didn't take a shower.
Okay.
I took a shower last night,
I was
so
about
I
to
was
say.
clean. But I was like,
I show up to my local corner store, hungover, eyes bloodshot red, and just gym shorts with holes in them, and just with fucking slides, no socks, just look like a homeless man. Just like I'm getting a bang and a fucking.
I went to
water
the
and shit.
fucking gas station today, and I was like, sweatpants off, long sleeve shirt off, short sleeve shirt on, pants, socks, boots, hat, left.
That's wild.
I can't
that's
leave
just
the
about-
house in anything that feels like pajamas.
And that's just like 20 miles apart. 15 probably.
It's 13 miles to the Walmart
Okay.
from
yeah.
here.
So it's like 13
So
miles
about
apart.
15, I guess, because you got to get over the hill and go past the Lowe's and Home Depot and all that shit. And so yeah, it's probably about 15 miles.
That's wild.
Or you're in town. You're in Fort Oglethorpe.
Town to me is downtown Chattanooga. That's like
I work in downtown Chattanooga, and that is like hell.
That's town to me.
That's hell.
That's going to downtown Chattanooga. That's whenever that makes me go khakis, t-shirt, getting dressed up. Okay, we're going to town.
No thanks. I have no interest. I don't want to be anywhere around downtown. I work
That's-
there because I have to. I don't
and see-
want to be there. I don't like anything there. I don't like the people. I don't
That's
like
the
anything.
difference. That's town to me. That's like, oh shit, I gotta go get my fucking khaki shorts out, nice t-shirt. Let's go to town.
Better man than I.
Dude, I love that shit.
I
Well, I
can't-
love being around people though too.
Going to the Ace Hardware is going to town for me, and that's right there in Ringgold.
I love going to. Well, I'm like really, really comfortable around people anyway though.
Yeah,
So
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I don't know if that comes with being FedEx or
If there's
what,
too many people in the dollar store, it makes me mad.
like that. And then, well, also delivering FedEx. Like I used to run Lee Highway, which is
Yeah.
traffic, all that shit. I'm used to that shit. I've been used to that shit forever, just probably because Fordo. And then the college now, college kids going every fucking where, all that shit. I have no problem being around like thousands of people at once.
Doesn't interest me at all.
Yeah.
It's almost painful. I went to Walmart a week ago. Pain, hell. I don't. There's too many people. There's too much shit. Too much stimuli. I
It
guess.
doesn't even affect me at all. Like it just it's like
cannot stand
water
it.
off a duck's back. It's just nothing.
Cannot stand it.
We just need to set you in New York City in the middle of Manhattan, dude.
I would die. I would just
You'd still-
evaporate. I would just evaporate. Just turn to dust. I can't. It doesn't interest me. I like trees and I like birds. I don't want anything to do with town.
Dude, what if we have to do Tim Dillon's cast and we have to go to the middle of fucking
That's contextual.
if we have to do what if we have to do War Mode? That's another big one, and they're right in the middle of Philadelphia.
Like I said, it's contextual.
And
If
I-
I'm doing it for something that I enjoy doing, I might do it.
And plus, you'll be with me. I'll help you survive. I'll be like, just
Yeah.
quit freaking.
Yeah,
out,
the first time I get out of a fucking tour bus or a limo or a cab or something in the middle of a
dude.
big
If
city,
we end up in a tour bus or a limo, then we fucking pulled off something insane.
you drop me out of a fucking taxi in the middle of some big city, I'm just gonna go.
Dude, if we
just turned to
somehow
dust.
if me and you are somehow getting out of the back of a limo, and we're making money by getting out of the back of the limo, going to do something that we're making money doing, we somehow pulled off some insane shit.
And I'm dealing with a lot of demons for being in the middle of a
I'm sitting there
city
going-
in the back of a limousine.
And I'm just be sitting there going, Jesse, how the hell did we pull this off?
And I'm gonna be, I don't know,
No, you won't. You'll have a couple beers in you.
shivering in my boots. I don't know. I don't like big cities. I don't
Dude,
like people.
Just step
I don't-
out of the back of a limo. I'll just get out and just go, what's going on? And then you'll get out and all you'll see is just the lights just. Dude, imagine that you got the paparazzi just blasting you.
Well, no thanks.
And I'm just sitting there.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be laying on the ground,
Evaporating.
face into the concrete, just. But that's the perfect yin and yang, isn't it?
Yeah, probably will be.
You're
That's
from the
probably-
town, and I'm not.
Yeah.
I would love to have, 100 plus acres with a little wooden cabin on it, a fire stove, and a garden, a couple of cows, a few chickens. Completely just separated from the world.
Hell, how far are we in? 2:55.
Holy shit.
Denisha, I'm probably gonna get you pregnant. So shout out to her. Hopefully you don't hear this all the way at the end of this cast.